wow, I've been glad you, I will go out. Did I know? Don't you? I've been glad you, I've been see, I cannot say that I will go out, I've been glad you, can you? Now, I've been glad you, I will go out, I've been glad you. Il est pour eux, au projet à Gao. Il est pour eux, au projet à Boya, au projet à Boya. Il est pour au projet à Boya. Au Boao, à Bisesio, Boao. Et non! Et quand c'est nous, à moi, j'ai nous le loup de la vie. Pour la bonne bâton, elle est sauvage, c'est you. Je te dis à quoi les yeux, oui, ça c'est you. Et je savais, on savait, mon camarade, you. Au Boao, à Bisesio. Il te prend un bao, il nous blesse pas, diga. Au Boao. Mais c'est pas qu'il y a, un dao, ya. Boao, moi, je vais voler. Au Gaïdé, il est wéyo. Au Boao. I say yeah, well, one go, one alino go, I will go out. I say yeah, well, one will go, and one alino go, I will go out. I be just you, go out. Oh, there. Feeling your door.
Gonna be firing tonight,
Your door, I il est oui, I will go out, I will just you. Oh, Pastor Jefferson Solo. Sign your swallow. Next year, you are not playing the whole guy, you let out. Wow. Il est pour
I think I get Muna Caro from all the way from
Melomina Cleo, I'm one go, Nabai Payole, I'll go out, I'll be tracking the level today. The Drobala, the Madame, I'm going. Oh, that's it. Somebody's gonna cry again. Why crying for? He doesn't catch you. Well, we're gonna be there. I make like you. I make you see it. I can't let you go. I will go out on the other. Same with you. My baby, I buy baby with the blood with you. I will go out. I make like you. On the other. He did that. I'm not done it. I'm going to that's the song. I will go out. I'm going to we're gonna know who's gonna win when you come right here. Elina Munio, about I got so many there or there are many here. Basilio, and one today, and one today, I will go out. A little, it's a mayo. It's a mayo. Tomorrow evening, it's a mayo. It's a mayo. I can apple.
And we said 8 o'clock. It going about 19 minutes after 8. So let me bring on my guests. They are in the back. The chaplain, the prayer woman, and Mr. Vice President. They are here, and the others will join us as we continue carrying on the show. So let me bring on the Vice President. Then Madam B. Swain, all the way from Pennsylvania. She's the national and chaplain, prayer lady, national vice president. And I'm just here in my little corner here, Prince M Double. If you don't know what the M stands for, the TM people say Menye, but the Kunamo people say Mie. So it's actually Mie. So the M stands for Mie. So how you doing tonight, Madam Chaplain, Mr. Vice President?
Good evening, Mr. Double. Thank you for having us on your show tonight. I'm excited.
Interactive one where questions will be placed, and those who will answer the question will answer. But we'll give you 2-3 minutes to introduce yourselves and tell us, and then we're gonna. I don't know what's the president coming on. Great. So I know you guys. I know everybody. Most of my audience know you, but the protocol requires that you do the introduction yourself. Tell us, Gibson Jerusalem from the horse's mouth. So let's go to Mr. Vice President. We go to our chaplain. Then we'll go to the secretary of the organization. Isaac, you mute yourself. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Good evening, Mr. Dobot. Again, thank you for allowing us to be here tonight to speak to our Grenadians. Again, my name is Isaac Inouye from the state of Ohio, the host of the 2017 National Convention. I bring you greetings from the local chapter down on Talit and my family. I'm from Boston District, to be specific. I'm from Zamington, Lower Boston District. I'm your humble servant. I'm here again just to talk to our people. Again, it's nice to be here, Mr. Double.
Thank you very much. Let's go to the treasurer, the chaplain, Madam Swain.
Good evening, Radio Land, to my fellow Grenadians around the world listening to us. Thank you, Mr. Double, for having us on your show tonight. It's a pleasure always coming on this show. My name is Beatrice Hansford Swain, the National Chaplain of GGAA. I also serve as national president of the Niagara Development Association in Americas, but that's not why we are here tonight. Just a little introduction of myself. I'm excited to be here. I'm the woman of God, and I pray for everyone, every Grenadian, no matter what side you're on. I'm the praying person, asking God for mercy for us and asking him for direction. So we are glad to be here tonight. We hope to have a civil discussion where, the Grenadians will listen to us and they will hear us. And the reason why we are seeking re-elections, they will understand why, because we have been serving them and we want to continue to serve them in our capacities. So thank you, Mr. Double.
Thank you very much. Let's go down to the secretary, Mr. Kuya.
Hey, good afternoon, folks. My name is Christopher Kuya, and I'm your humble servant. I am the Secretary General for the Grenadian Association in the Americas. Of course, I serve in other capacity in different organizations, and also the board secretary for Mose PRA's Association in the Americas. Again, I want to say thank you, Prince Double, for giving us this opportunity for us to be here tonight, and sincerely articulate the issues to our people as to why we want to be. We want to uphold the office, the current office that we're holding, and serve our people genuinely from out of our hearts. I want to say also thank you to Madam Poor for bringing me as well on this ticket for the past 2 years. We are together, and I'm very proud to be on the ticket. And I'm proud of her as well. And then thank you to Grenadians that are giving us the opportunity for us to be here, and we are very confident in them that again they can grant us another 2 years to serve them from the bottom of our heart. And again, it is an honor to be here. Thank you, Mr. Double. Of course, to all our supporters around the U.S. and around the world, we want to say thank you for staying tuned. Thank you for taking up your time to be on this. I share your light. But again, when it comes to our people, we have to do everything within our power to be here. Work. I just took off, left my employees on the floor to be here for at least a short period of time to just appear because Grand Judah matters to us. And also, I literally just lost my aunt recently, and also a little sister of mine in Ivory Coast. The burial was done this weekend. But of course, we are here. We are here because we want to, serve our county. So I want to say thank you, Prince Doba, for the opportunity, and I'm blessed to be here.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary, and then sorry for your loss. We all know the auntie in Iowa. We will be there by the grace of God to lay her to rest peacefully, and we will try by all means in our power and the strength of God to come and be there with you guys. So as you wait for the president and maybe the financial lady, there are 3 people or members on the team. They are here, so we're going to go ahead and start the interview. If the campaign chairman want to join too, he can come on and then join us as we carry on this conversation, this campaign. I think campaign open is open debate. So there was supposed to be a debate on the 22nd of February. Why was that canceled? Did the election commission tell you guys why the debate was canceled? It was a vice presidential candidate's debate. Mr. VP, were you informed? Why was it canceled? You beauty out yourself.
I think that's a good question. It was a presidential and vice presidential debate, not just vice president, according to the flyer. Yes, it should have been presidential and vice presidential debate.
It was canceled. Were you guys given ample time?
No.
Abrupt?
No. I believe either it was a day before or so. I stand to be corrected. It was a day before. We saw
what was the reason? What was the reason?
The reason they gave, which I found it hard to believe, is that they want to give the candidate ample time to prepare. I mean, I'm just summarizing it.
But were there any information sent to you, like a letter came to you guys, email, something?
We saw it in the chat room. I believe I saw it in the chat room. I saw the letter.
So there was no official communication. You just saw it in the chat room.
Yeah, sent to be corrected. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And again,
when you saw that, you guys were prepared. Did you call the election commission and ask why was it canceled?
Mr. Debo, let me just go back. The reason they gave was for the candidate to have ample time. This debate was scheduled since last year, I believe, October.
Yeah, from the time the guideline came out. The guideline came out September. We got the guidelines in September.
And they were scheduled.
You got September, October, November, December, January, February, 5 months. Yes. You need 7 months or 8 months to have. I hope you guys will have a debate. That's all.
Well, they said they moved it to April, so we are hoping it. I mean, we are ready anytime.
We hope that it don't cancel again, Mr. Vice President. We hope that the April won't cancel. So, Madam Treasurer, how's everything over there in Philadelphia? How's the campaign going on with you? Are you on the forefront?
Mr. Doba, thank you for elevating me. I'm not a treasurer, I'm the chaplain.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Everything is going on okay here by his grace. I want to give God the glory for the strength he gave us every day. Like the Secretary General just said, we are all bereaved. When one Grand Judean is bereaved, we are all bereaved. The president lost her aunt also here in Pennsylvania. I also lost my brother, my first cousin, quote unquote. And we traditionally say brother to Aratoa Jr. in North Carolina. Will be burying him this weekend as well. But God gave all of us strength to sit here because we love our people. We love the Grand Judeans, and we wouldn't mind serving them at any time. Death is inevitable. We know we're all going to die one day, but the work of Grand Judean Association has to go on. We got to continue our service and continue our work. The doors have to remain open at all times. And that's why we are here, to reaffirm and recommit to our fellow Grand Judeans that we are here to serve you. Though we are the leaders, but we are servants as well, and we are here to serve you.
Good. Well,
thank you.
Mr. Secretary, man, we got we in March, just April. Then you'll be here by May. How's you in Iowa? How's the momentum over there? The registration process, how is it coming? I saw you guys had you had a meeting yesterday. Madam Susanna Whitty, your president, you were there in I think Little Mama, Beautiful Mama's basement. Had a big meeting.
That's
Meeting
correct.
was packed. How's the registration process in your city?
That's correct. I want to say thank you, Prince. You did follow absolutely. That's correct. Yes, we have a successful meeting yesterday in the chapter, and the meeting was very fruitful, and we did also have a meeting where the chapter here we are paying $35, which $25 will actually goes to the chapter, and the $10 actually go for the registration. And we did. The meeting was
So
successful. It was very fruitful.
the president, that means the president there, Madam Woody, actually, because she was saying you have to pay, I think, $60 in 2 years. So you're supposed to pay $120. You talk to her. She
And that's
said,
correct. That is absolutely correct, Prince. But you know the love that she have for Granger that matters to her the most. So she was able to work around things and compromise, the price to make sure that her people participate. So she's a great leader as well, and she did an awesome job.
oh, that's good. That's good because there was a lot of concern from your members in there. So saying, I mean, it's good for our leaders to listen to us. That's a
That's
good
correct.
thing. Here in our state, I think we're supposed to pay $50. And that's the time where the local chapter president to get their taxes from us now. So
That's correct.
yeah, we
Exactly.
have to talk to them and beg them so they can. So, madam, how PA? How much you got pay? How much you charge you, madam
Chaplain,
Chaplain? I
I don't
got
know
my
if it's my
it's
phone,
$40.
but I don't know.
$40 we are paying. And
Yeah.
yeah, I think we are doing well. The
Oh,
PA
okay.
chapter is strong and ready for this historic convention,
Yeah, that's good.
and we'll be there in numbers.
I gotta put y'all down and put the president up. So Isaac, that's protocol. The people are telling me to do it, and I have no choice but to do it. I put it with me on Mampa. I put her down. I put it with me up. Vivian 75 she ain't Gibson Jeru. Put the president
Yeah.
up.
Ladies
No, put the
ladies
president.
first. Ladies
Put the
ladies
president
first.
side you. That what Gibson said. Put the president side you. I said, okay. So let me welcome Vivian Wright, Gibson Jeru, Mr. Excuse me, Michael V, Romeo. Clark Romeo, Princess Pine, and you're welcome to the show here. The names that I'm seeing here so far, but everybody that are on tonight, we'd like to welcome you, and we're gonna have maybe 20-30 minutes, then we'll open the line. We don't want to keep these people here for a very long time. We gotta open the line. Then you're gonna call in, but your questions or your comment will be very professional. And if you try to go and disrespect my guests, you know what I can do. I just cut the phone off and then take you off until the show is done with. Then we can get back and be friends. But we don't like people to say things that are not okay. What will not allow people to say to you, we will not allow you to say that to my guests. So, Madam President, welcome here tonight.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank
Madam
you.
President, are you hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Mhm.
Yeah, welcome. How's everything there?
Everything is going pretty well.
How's campaign? How's the campaign? You going from state to state? Are you in the campaign move, Madam President? We got in 2 months. Less than 2 more or 2 months.
Yeah, a little over 2 months.
Yeah, something like that.
Mhm.
So how's
So
the
you-
campaign? How's the campaign?
Oh, the campaign is going good, and we have a great team. The manager and his team, they all working
You
very
got
well.
you got people in each state to your campaign and what do you call it, chairman or campaign managers in each state?
We have representatives in each
Yeah, represented
state.
that way. You got a national campaign chairman, and you got she's the lady got her border room.
We may not have we
Prince
may not have all the
Double on hat.
officials, but we do.
Okay. So campaign going, you're running a very clean campaign. I'm seeing, Madam President, I'm seeing in the chat room, the grand chat room, a dirty campaign going on, and all the shows. People are not running clean campaign. Are you talking to your people to run clean campaign?
Yes, let me just first of all come here today to The reason I'm on this line is all because of my people, our county, the community, Grange. My aunt, that everyone knows that I'm very close to. When it comes to my Grange activities, Bless the Children activities, my aunt was the one who had my back. At her house was, where we had all the GGA activities, Bless the Children Foundation activities. My mom, older sister, my mom is not very involved into politics and stuff, but my auntie, she lived in, when she was with us, her entire life was like pretty much, community service and politics. My aunt left, she departed this world. We still supposed to, my mother, as it is right now, she's on the mat, and I'm here to discuss about Grange, their community, because I have a job to do. But it is hard to have your loved one not being buried. So I would like to ask for a moment of silence for my dear aunt. And she's
All right.
not just my aunt, she's everyone's, and special person when it comes to the Grange community. Everyone knows my Mary Jones. She was a veteran. She
Oh,
participated heavily. So with the Grange community, especially during the 90s, when we were all like displaying, my aunt and a few other people in America were those that worked together to get things done for us.
okay. Let us just have a 1 minute of silence.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Let
And
us go
just to
rest.
give information, the funeral service will be held in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania,
Okay.
and the date of service on the 14th of May is the wakekeeping, and Saturday is the funeral service. And I'm blessed to have the family that I have, because every one of them understand that, where my passion lies, to be able to help. So I'm here with heavy hat, and at the same time, well pleased to be here to discuss about my people and to see how best we can go forward with our community and provide the needed services. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam President. You are incumbent president. Let me start with you,
Prince
Madam
Double,
President.
there's a lot of static back and forth. I don't know if it's my connections or if it
It's
is
your connection, but
the
everything on my
StreamYard.
side is clear. It's yours connection. Go out and come back,
Okay.
Mr. Secretary. You don't have
Okay.
fiber. You don't have a fiber cable in Iowa, Des Moines.
No, even I'm at the office right now. I'm connected to the office stuff.
But we're seeing you. You are there. Everybody see you. It's on Facebook. I'm monitoring the thing on YouTube here. Everything's straight up.
Okay, that's okay.
Yeah,
You're
so
fine then.
if you keep,
But
if you
Mr.
keep,
Double, I don't
go
want
off
to
and
I
come
don't
back.
want to okay. I don't want to okay.
Yeah, go off and come back. So Madam President, I think it was last week. Your campaign, your deputy campaign chair lady.
Give me this call here.
Your deputy campaign chair lady. Let me mute. Your deputy campaign chair, Madam Romeo, was actually they let her all in the chat there, and there was a call from a lawyer to your campaign chair, telling her she has to retract certain things she said to Mr. Gilman, Otavia Gilman, or she's gonna be sued. Have you talked to her about it? She told you about it. Are you informed?
Well informed, and we talked about the whole situation. The team, we were very surprised when we heard that she was served with a letter of cease to desist and give her 10 days to be able to apologize. And we are waiting for the 10 days, but at the same time, we are with her, she and her family, every step of the way. And
You've been, Madam President, you've been around here for a very long time. Is it the first time you see this happening in the campaign?
This is my very first time. And I know, to be honest with you, it hurts when you are in the race and you find out personal issues come into the election. To people bring personal stuff, and especially when those things are not real. But this is the world we chose to be in, to live in, which is the Grenada community, a non-for-profit that turns into a huge political organization. And you asking me, Mr. Dover, you know how people come at me from the days of the, during the time we had the Rush movement. People said a lot
Yeah,
about me.
because I know that it was nasty, and we made to this convention. We wouldn't go take
Especially,
you to court. I was shocked. I was
I will
shocked when
give
I
you a
found out.
joke about my aunt that passed, right? My aunt I just talked about.
Okay.
We were in Texas, and I received this call from her. She was almost like, Tina, what happened? I said, what's going on? They said you and Tim Macaulay in the parking lot fighting. I said, for what? Oh, they said Tim asked you for the hotel. You asked him for the hotel key, and he said, go take the key and go lay down with. So I said, I'm just saying these things. So I said, Auntie, you really believe that? And
Yeah.
she said,
So, I
oh,
mean, they say a lot of
they
stuff. That's what
will
I,
come up with
I
these things,
when I talked
audacities,
about it, Madam President, I said
especially when you're
I was
female.
shocked. I was shocked, and I was very disappointed in the
Very
gentleman.
disappointed. And
Yeah,
it's really
I
too
would say
early, though.
it, and I was disappointed in him because I mean, you're talking about Collins. What
But no,
Gibson
let's forget
doing?
about Collins. Let's
No,
forget
well, let's not Gibson doing or thing and say EBT card draft from Collins, and then Michael Goa, someone looking for money under the
I'm
bed.
under the bed.
Yeah,
Tema
yeah,
choking me with the money all over.
money under the bed. Someone trying to grab the money under the bed. These are Fred Taru Goya. What did he say about these guys? None of them
Oh
ran
my
to the
God,
law.
yes.
None of them ran to the law.
But the thing is that's what
Everybody. So I was shocked.
and this is what I said when we said the Gilman SLU team is still not prepared yet for the leadership to become national leaders for Green Judah Association. It takes a lot of tolerance. You're gonna in fact, how you can see the contradiction when you actually look at some of the things that are being said from his camp, like even talking about me. So how is it okay for members of your team where you have the vice presidential candidate is clicking like you all clicking like to someone who's seeing why someone is on a video podcast saying all kinds of negative stuff about the other side, and you're clicking like, and at the same time you're gonna go and file a lawsuit. I mean, you're gonna say, oh, cease and desist. Other than that, in 10 days time you're gonna engage lawsuit. We need to be consistent in our activities. What is good for you must be good for Paul. All right. Treatment cannot be selective. And I think he needs to find a way to actually build himself up if he really wants to step in the game of in GGA leadership. You can't be, that fast to act and go straight to the law. I'm very, very, surprised. And I think it was a huge mistake on his part. And that doesn't mean it's going to end though, because, our people will be around. As of today, his own brother, the brother that took care of him, was in the chat room insulting me. You think I have the time to go and file a lawsuit?
Madam President, we'll get to that. Mr. Vice President, Mr. Secretary, Madam Chaplain, if you guys got anything to say about what we just talked about?
Sure, Mr. Durbot. Again, I mean the president as a president, rightly put it. Just I think a few days ago, we had a meeting with the board. The board called the two-party to turn down the rhetoric.
Oh wow.
Oh yes, the two-party were there to turn down the rhetoric. And I think one of the issue that when the same issue when that lawsuit came out there, and they asked Gilmont, Mr. Gilmont, why are you going to withdraw that cease and desist? And he said, and I quote, I'm paraphrasing it, that Honorable Chairman, there's only two people in this world that will ask me to do it. In fact, I will not do it. So no one should come to me and ask me to say, to withdraw the case. I will not withdraw that. I will not withdraw it. And it's the last warning. We'll wait after.
Did you really say that?
He said that. It was a board meeting with the two-party. He said that. People gave him a chance to see that we are all together. We are family. At the end of the day, election will come and go. They actually, we all from both sides. People will say, and you've seen it, how many insults they have ran on the president. You've seen it. All the way. Even the next day today, for your own brother, Mr. Michael came out as president, right? They put it. I mean, but the point here is this: if you want to be the leader for the Grand Juda community, there are things that team will have, especially during campaign time. We've been around this union before. This is the first of a kind that you will see Senate because campaign team that also thing against you, you are going to court. But the man said that he will not withdraw it. He said it, he ran to it, and after the 10 days, he's going to take a legal action.
Right.
Wow.
So, Mr. Dubba, like you hear the vice president said, and that is exactly what happened in the meeting. But now, if you see an individual like this that want to lead this community, look at the things that people are going through, the insults, and all these things that you're still sending in the chat room. You know, call the chat room about it. They want to be there.
Secretary, I don't know what's going on, but your phone, your thing is.
I really do not know, my brother. I'm connected to the office internet. I don't know what's going on, but I'll try my best. You know,
cut your phone off and put it back. When you know,
I think my car will be better. But Prince Dubba, the thing here is, I'm at work. Yeah, I'm at work, and I only took 1 hour to sit here. So I'm sorry the internet is acting this way.
Now go ahead. It's okay. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm so sorry the internet is acting this way. But in regard to what my vice president was saying earlier, you know, if you have men like this that vying for the high office in Grand Juda, it's still in the Americas. But this gentleman now, oh my God, his internet. This internet. Can you hear me?
That 1 minute, let's jump away and go to the chaplain. Chaplain, anything to say in this how you call it, cease and desist or lawsuit or whatever they call it?
It's a double. Thank you. You can hear me?
You are the president for the Niawo people here in America. You've been here from GGA. I met you in the GGA. So you ever saw this ever in our community?
This is the first of its kind. I have never heard nor seen anything of such before. But you know, this is a lesson learned. I hope that the candidate will learn from it and understand that as a politician, a lot of things will come against you. You need to develop a very tough skin, and especially to deal with human beings. It's not easy. As long as you know that you are doing the right thing, just keep on doing the right thing with your head up high. You cannot take your fellow Grangians, the people you want to lead, to court. You can sue them. It doesn't sound right. It sounds so ugly, you know. So the very people you want to lead, if you take lawsuit at them, and after everything, how do you face them tomorrow? We are all one people. Things will happen. Let us try to resolve them in a very civil way as one family, and continue to move on. I think that was a lesson learned, and I hope that candidate will understand that it's not good.
The chaplain, like a pastor now for the GGAA, will you call on the Mr. Gilmore to tell him to see reason as a spiritual person now? He said 10 days. Then I think the letter came to 27, so that's 4 days now. If I do my math, so by McAfee left with 6 days to be sued. Will you ever call on the gentleman to at least settle things with McAfee?
Yes, I will reach out to him. I have been talking the last time I was on the live on Facebook, talking to Grangians to calm the rhetorics, to calm, the attacks, and let us move forward and know that at the end of the day, we are one Grangians. That's the common denominator we have. And let us, stick to the issues and sell our various teams and see, where we want to go, where we are now, what we have been, and all of that. And from our work, the Grangians will decide what to do. So I'm going to reach out to Mr. Gilmore. I thought this thing was taken care of because I read it in the chat room. I thought it was taken care of, done with. I'm shocked that the meeting that was held last night between the board and the Bureau teams, he's still say that he's going to continue the lawsuit. But I'll try to reach out to him. I think that is a little too far.
Yeah.
Let us bring it back and look at our fellow Grenadians as our brothers and sisters.
Well, Mr. Double, one more thing on the issue, and I give credit to the board, but this is hey, go back. This is like the father here. They call based on the tension that been going on in the very chat room. So they wrote us at the beginning of last week, and they want to have a meeting with both parties. 4 members from each team. We went there. They told us as a parent, speaking to children, to her children, they want that we are one family. Election will come and go, hey!
When the president found a water bottle and you put a phone there. Found a water bottle, Madam President, then you just put a phone or something that's steady. So, I mean, can't shake. So, yeah, so, I mean, Isaac, the children won't count on the show. You didn't know the children at Grand, then you got to bring the fish. I will see that. I said the children won't be in the interview.
I was saying, Mr. Double, as I was saying, so they call this meeting. It's very, very important.
Is that okay now?
To the board. I give credit to the board. I think that's what they're supposed to do when things are going to sitting, when the tensions are high. And the purpose of this meeting.
But the board told the man to at least see reason to withdraw the claim or whatever lawyer thing, and he said you're not going to do it.
You say you're not going to do it.
All right. The chaplain will talk to him.
But one more thing I want to make here. So they asked each team to turn down the rating, and both teams, we all agree that we're going to talk to our supporters to turn down the ratings.
What time you had a meeting? Sunday?
I believe Saturday night. Today, this morning.
This morning, I saw another.
Let me finish, Mr. Double. This morning, his brother, the one that raised him, Michael Gable. He's not just an ordinary man. He's a certain member. He's a certain national board member.
So, madam, I ain't come there yet. We're gonna talk. There's question here. I got questions here. You're trying to jump in front of the host. The host here. You want to be the host?
No, sorry. Okay.
He doesn't mind. You want to get on your show tonight?
No, I ain't gonna get on the show. I won't be having that right to be.
I would love to interview you.
To mute, Mr. Vice President. I mean, mute you when you're ready to speak, or you mute yourself when you're ready to speak. Then you're mute here because the noise, a little bit noise in the back. I think the secretary having internet issue, so he kept, going off and coming back on. So, Madam President, your campaign is on track. You're moving on. You're going from state to state. The campaign, I don't see that momentum we had before then. Back then, where we see Mr. Gouin, Mr. Collins, Mr. Menyé, all these people going from state to state to talk to the people. Is your campaign on that? You're going on that? You're doing that?
No, actually, we are not, because of all the different activities in the community. We are blessed now. We have the technology that we can go on Facebook Live and other things. But of course, it's still like on our to-do list to reach out to key and chapters.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
But we're still campaigning like we're doing now.
Yeah. So the campaign is on track, and all these are personal attacks against you, Madam President. How you feel?
How I feel?
Yeah, how you coping with it? How you taking it? It was a personal attack where your brothers came on. They wanted to go, but they said they had to slow down. I know you saw the interview with the rights, and
but let me come.
So how you feel as a president?
Let me come out tonight and say this again to my people. If you want to support Edith, going the path of negative campaigning is not going to help. It's not a true representation of Edith Power. Because at the end of the day, if Gilmore wins, we will have to work with him. It's a matter of must. Because we have a job to do. If the Put team wins, we look forward to working with the Gilman Slough team. I know no one wants to lose. It's the anxiety right now. Everybody like, oh, okay. And people act differently. So if someone is actually going to a path that they need not to go, the easier way is to redirect them. I know sometimes we all fall short because we are human beings. So we have to be able to redirect each other and give them positive advice and give people a reminder, hey, we can do this. We have a lot to do. Our community, if we want to really, really fight, let's fight for development. There are a lot of other counties around us that doing bigger things, and I'm sure that should be our focus. Constructive jealousy, you know, like we have right now. We like, oh, okay, we're going to make sure the nursing department is open. People are working. I just spoke to the president of the college today, and they anticipate the nursing department to be open by the next semester. That's a good fight. All right. We were not expecting a container to go to Liberia. In a few days when we got it, we were able to engage the board. The board was able to approve. We took, you know, several hours on the phone to convince them. That's a good fight. That's a good, it worth our
Madam
time to
President,
do
by the
it.
way, is it continuum? Has it left?
The container has been loaded and it should be departing this week.
Oh, okay.
And that's what I'm talking about. For us to be able to, hey, you know what, let's do this, let's do that. They'll work together. That's anyone who knows me. I live my life for Granger, their community. I know what I went through, and I say in this life, I will fight, for my people to be better off, and that's the focus. So if you actually supporting me, let's just do just that.
So you've been talking to your supporters to slow down
Many
these
times I talk to them, and sometimes they
personal
get
attacks.
so my supporter gets so like frustrated. They be like, "Man, President, why are you trying to hold us down?" And these people are coming at us. There will be that, "Man, President, did you see this? They're saying this." And sometimes they get discouraged, and some of them will say, "Okay, we are not going to go in the chat room anymore. We are not going to say anything because you're trying to really, really, restrict us. You guys are trying to say we shouldn't say anything when these people are coming at us so hard." So I say, you know what? Sometimes you can easily direct people by your actions. And it's a saying, one thing cannot make noise. At least you guys are higher on the fire, y'all did whatever you had to do. Let's slow down and focus, focus on the main task at on hand. We have a lot to do. A lot for our people.
Yeah, Madam President, I wanted to ask you a specific question on the text from Mr. Gilman, Michael. But I can't read it out here because it is a lot of disrespectful words when using it, so it might show
No,
when I
you know
how
what? If you
you
feel that
say
it's
that.
disrespectful, you don't want to read it, fine. If you
But
want
you
to read
saw
it, I will.
you saw
If
the
you want to
text
read
today,
it, that's fine
and
with me too.
people in there complain that the man is an active board member. He's representing his state, and he's attacking you. Are you going to take his complaint to the board to redirect his attack?
And
At least you can discuss the issue, but for him to certain words he said in there, I'm going to use it.
the team decided to be able to see how best the board can be able to advise Mr. Gilman. And this is not our first time passing, going through this. I think you can remember, back in the days, you know, the same situation I was faced with. And I remember my kids were very young. And it was not an easy stuff. To a point, I remember it happened between Mr. Weeks and I. And later on, he said he apologized. And we moved on. I remember Mr. President Gwen's inauguration. During the inauguration, I said, since the people are coming to our chapter, my door will be open from Thursday to Monday, where people can come and have fun, and all the food and drinks will be on me.
Yeah, I can remember you
So,
calling me.
yes.
I got to feel it. You
So
called
I
me.
received a call from Mr. Ellis Bamon. Mr. Bamon said, "Oh, Mr. Gilman said he wants to come to your house, but because of because Mr. Gilman, we had a heated argument too."
Mm-hmm.
So Mr. Ellis Bamon called me and said, "Oh, Mr. Gilman wants to come to your house, but it is not, he's not comfortable doing." I said, "Really?" I said, "My brother Gilman is in Philadelphia. He can come to my house." that stuff, whatever it is, we put it behind us, and I moved on. He can come. And of course, my significant other, but then they were all like into that. He was very involved. He was so overly protective. He said these people cannot just go around disrespecting women and think it's okay. So he was in the front and trying to defend me, and it was bad. So I went to him. I said, look, you know what? This is over. Michael Gilman gonna come here to our house, and Michael Gilman should be welcome. He said, oh, no problem. And when my brother Michael Gilman came to the house, that whole entire weekend, we had so much fun. Michael is a fun loving person. And when the both of us get together, it can be a blast.
Mm-hmm.
And we have fun. So I'm surprised to see that we're back to the same level.
I think that you don't think that that's because of campaign, and after that we go right back to.
Yeah, I think he should have that tolerance by now. I don't know. He should. Because let me tell you something, wherever it is, what people need to understand, let me talk to you. For those who don't believe there's God, for me, I believe that. And like I said, we have two ladies, Mr. Dober, in North Dakota. The lady named, one is Amanda Shah. She married to Mr. Shah and Charles Shaw, and one Evelyn Collins. The day of the election that brought us into position of authority in Iowa, I was walking to the bathroom when I passed those two. I was about to pass, and they said, "Oh, how you doing, Pastor?" I waved to them. And those lady called me and said, "I just heard." The other one said, "But tell her." And the other one said, "But tell." I said, "What is that?" I became like, very curious. And later on, they said, we're having breakfast this morning, and our pastor said, while we're eating, he just stopped, and he said, "There's a lady in the race today. She's gonna win that election, but it's not gonna be easy for her to become president. But through her, you guys will have a lot of developments. Your country will benefit." He said that's why he saw while they were eating breakfast the day that Saturday morning. So they told me, I said, "Oh, okay." I said, "Amen. Thank God." And I walked to the bathroom. Few minutes, I just heard police in the building. I came from the bathroom rushing, all on the floor. "Oh, my people, you stop, you stop." And then I went to VK because he was the Liberian person. I said, "Try to talk to the police." And he said, "Oh yeah, I'm doing my best." We said, "We don't want people to cancel this program." Why am I saying this? That day, when the pastor or reverend saw that vision while they were eating breakfast, while I was on the floor fighting and said, "My people, you start fighting, you start doing this," God voted. Because on that day, if we were going, the goal was to either have an interim leadership or to make sure everyone, go to the pool to vote. And Mr. Boti Tire had the number to undo whatever, because they had the people. Because most of my people did not, because they felt was a web ballot. Oh, okay, it is what it is. So when you look in the hall, most of the people, the Iowans, they were Boti Tire supporters were in the room to change the game. And the master planner, he looked in the midst of discussing constitution. There was nothing that had to do with like the election. They were focusing on the constitution that it did not even make sense. Bam, confusion came from nowhere. While on the floor, the Lord said, "You don't even know what I'm doing. I have voted, because if anything, I will not allow vote to come today. You will be the president for Grand Judah Association." And I did not understand that. I forgot what those two ladies told me a few minutes before the incident. Then we all left. They called a lady who had a hall. I talked to Vicky. I said, "Vicky, beg the woman, man, you're being Iowa. Let the lady forgive us." They all tried to beg the woman. They said we should all leave. We left. The next day on that Sunday, Edie became the president. Okay? I'm
They say
saying,
you did it. You did it on a white ballot. They say you got this this white ballot tendency and thing in you.
and let me
And
tell you
you want
something
to use the
about,
white ballot this year to get the second turn.
and Prince,
No,
the people want to talk about white ballot, right? And it's sad indeed. And that's what I said. God passed through that pastor. Because God knows my heart. He knows that we did everything right. So you're talking about white ballot. My team was affected. The very first team that was affected was the poor the poor Queers team. Most of our music we made had Edith Poor as president and Mr. Christopher Queer as vice presidential candidate. We did a huge documentary that had, the VP Christopher Queer and Edith Poor as president and presidential candidate and vice presidential candidate. When they saw the momentum, the first thing they did, they said Chris should be removed from the team. Then I tried to talk to them, and when I was trying to talk to them, they felt that because I was the only one affected, Prince Dama, you had a show. People were boasting, no, the law is the law. The law is the law. We're going to hold on to that. The man is removed. It's going to stay as it is. I said, my people, let everybody be qualified. Let's go back to business as usual. I even talked to Mr. Son, you right? All these people, they said, no, everybody, the law is the law. Okay, y'all sure the law is the law? They said yes. They are not going to pull Mr. Kuya back. It's going to be me as it is.
And then you went and did a white ballot thing.
So Mr. Boti Tire,
they said Madam Poor worked with the board. She demanded the board to have a white ballot. That's the allegation.
I did not demand the board. I was affected. I followed the rules.
Mr.
Why would you want to punish somebody who did something right? They told us all we did was to follow the rules. They said my VP was not qualified. We said, okay. The VP said no. For the sake of the union, I would step aside. Right? So then we brought the secretary. Can you imagine how that is? That's what made me to respect Mr. Christopher Nene Queer. Because he would have said, no, you know what, I'm going to step aside. But he said, for the love of my country, I will step down. And then even the VP right now, our vice presidential candidate did not even want to be our vice president did not want to be vice president. He said, Madam President, that's not my era. My era is the right. I said, you can do it. So we did that. Then our chaplain got affected. Mr. Jeff and Pastor Jefferson Solo. They said we should remove him. We removed him. That's how Mana Beatrice Hensford came in as our chaplain. So you tell me we were affected. These people refused to follow the rules of law. They refused to shuffle. They refused to replace. They said they want everything to remain as it is.
Well, Mr. Double, yes, a team.
Let the president end, Mr.
Coming. Yeah, just a team. The board is not election commissioner. It's the current campaign manager for Team Game of Slew. He was then election commissioner that disqualified these people. So it's not they saying that Madam Idepo one white ballot. No. We follow the rules. But
that particular team,
the current campaign manager.
Why the campaign manager then was removed is that because they found flawed on some errand from the other camp that they qualified Boti side. So they refused to disqualify Boti. That's how they.
That's why I wanted
you filed protest that time?
Mr. Double, that's why I want the listening audience to be the judge. Like I said, if we were affected, 2 of our members were affected.
Yeah, you were affected, Mr. Christopher Kia,
they said no.
Mr. Solo. So you got angry and filed protest against Boti?
No, we did the right thing. So you decided now to uphold the law.
So you filed protest.
In the past, they never used to do that.
So they did a thing. They did it in a protest and thing came up.
So when
who filed the protest? Who filed the protest against?
We filed the protest because we said the law was not balanced. The law was you cannot implement law for that is meant for everyone and be selective in the process. If the law must be the law.
The protest that they filed against your candidates, Mr. Kuya and Mr. Solo, were that they didn't serve on the highest. They never had any kind of a higher position.
Nobody filed protest. The election commissioner
disqualified them for that.
Yes, they disqualified my VP.
So then you have to replace those 2 people. They were swapped.
And when they disqualified my VP, they decided that Mr. Tyre's entire team was qualified. And when we look at the record, it is the other way around. The entire team supposed to be disqualified.
And then your team filed protest.
Our team filed protest.
To the then Gibson, Jeru, Uriah team.
Yes, and they said they are not going to do anything about it because they already made that decision is they already made up their minds to things how you call it, the
They made a
time has
decision.
passed. They are
Yeah.
not going to do anything about it. Only Chris going to be affected. And we'll say, oh, if that is the case, then we're gonna move forward to the board.
Because they say the Constitution say in 4 years time, during that 4 years,
In fact,
you must go to 2 conventions. So both on your came or say only went to 1.
we did. In fact, we did not fight. We they were on your show. You asked them questions. People asked them, "What are you guys gonna do? Are you guys gonna reconsider?" They said, "No." If I was Mr. Gibson, Jerry was the mean one. Mr. Jerry said, "Oh no, the law is the law. We are not going to consider anything. Create something is done, and Mr. Botitaya team is qualified." Mr. Botitaya team came on your show. They were all jubilating, and all we said was the law must hold. How do you punish somebody who was affected?
Then
And
I
someone
want, what my point here is that after that you went to the board, you went to the election commission, they didn't listen to you, then you went to the board.
No, after they came to your show and they said they are not going to change anything, it is what it is. We went to the board and we filed our report to the board, and the board look at the
Oh,
case,
then the
call them,
board called in. Okay, so
and
I
they
see why the
yes.
people kept saying that Idipua want to have a white ballot. She came through the back door and she
So I
But
did not,
Mr. Doba,
I did not
entered the
go
White House
ahead.
through the back door.
Mr. Domo, that's,
Yeah.
that's history. That's history. That's 2023. I want all for all to come to
Yeah,
West
that's
Side.
2023, and people are still having these
No, but that clear
misconceptions
this
from
up because
2023.
this
So
is
it
a
has to be
big,
clarified.
this
When
is
they
a
had king
talking.
on you, that somebody like what Mr. Gilmore wrote in here, he accused the president of taking the Putu Apollo King money. Well, I'm going to ask her. So you got to clarify it. People read it. So she have to speak to it to clarify the ad. So, Madam President, your name is out there. Gilmore took Putu
I'm
Apollo
sorry,
King.
before we can go to the money issue and stuff like that, I just want to make sure we clarify this because it's a talking point in the community that needs
Yes,
to be
that's what I'm saying.
that
I
needs to
just
be
saw the
fully
Madam President.
addressed.
It was just a show today from the campaign manager of Gilmore, and he spoke on the same topic. So then you're going to downplay and go on, Mr. Vice President? You have to
So
address
this white ballot issue, we were also affected when it comes to that, but then we became the most qualified candidate or team because we decided to follow the rules of law. If we are going to say, you know what, no matter what it is, we will not replace Mr. Quia, we will not replace Mr.
because I think
Pastor Solo.
I think you had 1 or 2 weeks to do that correction and send
Yeah,
it.
and we did it. They gave
Yeah, give
everybody
a
the
time
same.
frame, and you're
They
stuck
gave
in the
us
two
the
ring.
same time.
Two. Okay, yeah, you have to.
They gave
Mr.
us the same
yeah,
Tabara,
Mr.
time.
Doba,
yeah, go ahead,
Mr.
Madam.
Doba.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to add to what the president is saying, the law is the law. You cannot cherry pick. You
Mhm.
know, if you want to go by the book, go by the book. If you want to let the Constitution sleep, let it sleep. But let it be done across the board for everyone. When you are planning, whatever plans you are making, it's always good to have a plan B, plan A and B. So when A don't work, at least you have B to fall back on.
Yeah.
And so our team was ready. We
And
were
then
ready at all times.
The plan B brought you in.
There's a plan B brought me in because we have a lot of qualified people on
A lot
our
of
team.
qualified people.
And there were people that could just fill in every spot. We could, do all the jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Even
So
with the presidential position.
Yeah. So, Mr. Double, that was
I saw
team
that.
put.
Yeah.
We are Grenadians and we can work with any decision that is being made.
I saw that. I can attest to that. You guys are giving, I think, 2 weeks to replace Mr. Kuya and Mr. Solo, and you guys did it in the time frame and submitted a new names. Isaac came up. Isaac was already the secretary.
But let me give you another talking point, and just to save the union. And people are saying, you know what? Because when you look at the rules, right? Then you always speak from position of strength and look. You must be guided by the laws. Some people are going around right now. There is no way they can file protest. It's over. It's over. Who told you there's any statute or limitation? Read the laws. Speak from position of facts. Don't feed people with wrong information. The guidelines that Ecom gave us, Ecom never put deadline to file protests. They never even mentioned that. So and I think that's one of the smartest moves that they made, because the fact is, though, If they were going to put time frame, then people are going to get away with a lot of stuff. But for what they have, they didn't put time frame. So anyway, anybody can come up right now and find either guilty of anything and file protest, and either will be excused from that. You know what I mean? There is no God. There is no. You can read our whole econ stuff.
No guideline. I read it here. There
There's
were no deadline for protest.
There is no deadline
and all that stuff for protest.
So if we really want file protest, the board right now, the board cannot tell us that they will not accept it, or the econ will not say they will not accept it.
Mr. Jeru, welcome to the show.
So there is no way, but they go around and say, "Oh, you know what? It's too late." Who told you it's too late to file protest? Because they don't read the document. There is no way econ right now. If we say we want to file protest, we can file protest and we'll be well guided by the law, because we read the document. And
so
econ cannot say no. Econ says no.
Let's go to another topic here. Let's pivot a little bit about your community here in the U.S. What are you doing about the community? What are you doing about the community?
At all.
Yeah, I understand that, Madam President. We can still talk about that, but let us go a little bit. Let us step it up, because people want to call in. They ask me, they text me, they want to call in. So to ask you questions too. What are you doing about your community here in the U.S. that contributing to this organization? We've been hearing everything go back home. Till the money go back home. How about the people here? What are you doing about the people here? Your Jida community here. What are you doing? Gibson Jeru, welcome. Let me give you 1 minute to speak to the issue. Then we'll go to the president, and anybody can answer that question. The Jida community here in the United States. What is the current administration doing? We just hearing go to the place. Don't keep our money in the bank. Go to Africa and go use the money in Grand Jida. Why the Grand Jida post are getting the money from the local government?
Let me come up to that, Mr.
So what are you doing about the community here?
Mr. Dubber, we care about the community. There are a lot of things going on. But when we are looking at things right now, like we said, our platform, we're going to continue the previous leader project. And when we took over, we prioritized import, which is peace, unity, and transparency. After that, we decided to engage the previous leader project. All right. So we did $25,000 that was paid. You're talking about the basketball court. Right now, we are in the process of actually trying to build the basketball court, and in addition to the basketball court, to like build a multi-purpose park where the basketball court would be, within that park. All right. So we are continuing the previous leader project, and at the same time, we want to make sure after this convention, because one of the things we said we're going to do, because that's the last thing that this leadership, Mr. Yubote on his list was the basketball court. He never had library. I know I heard some people talking about library. Library is not on there. It's part of the Women Resource Center. So that's why you got to look at people's platform when you are electing them.
Madam President, so are you saying to me, to my audience and myself tonight, are you trying to continue on Mr. Yubote's project?
That's what we committed ourselves to do. That's what
Mr. Yubote was on Daniel's show the other day, I think last week. He said you don't even touch it, don't carry on his project. He's even endorsed
Mr. Yubote is not, it's sad indeed, he's not following the administration. We look forward to Mr. Yubote coming on board. Regardless of, his endorsement and stuff, he still needs to come as a former leader to work with us. All right, if we are not following or implementing what he did, then why would we pay his, the previous debt?
I mean,
which administration comes in?
So you're going to be sued. The organization are going to be sued by Chain Network or even Privilege, so you have to pay their debt.
That was going to.
He's saying he's ready. What would you say?
Let me make you understand. If they were going to sue for the $15,000, GGAA was not going to be liable. We just did it because we felt they were victims of goodwill. Because the money that was given to GGAA, the $10,000 was in. They wrote that $10,000 cash into James Yubote's name. It was not GGAA. And because we
were going to say there was no money, so you had to ready.
Yeah, then it's up to him now. Then it's up to him for them to go after him.
And James said in the podcast, you criticize him. You sent Christopher Kuyato Zwedru. He took a video of the statue, and you criticize him, and you, Chris, and you call or another lady name, and you gave me the video, and we denigrated him, and that's one of the reasons he's not supporting you. That you're not carrying on his projects. He said it. My projects. He's not carrying on my projects.
No, listen now.
I can play the video right now.
No, I don't even need to play that video because it's just going to be waste of our time. And the reason is simple. President Yubate, since we took over, decided not to attend our events.
Well, how was it turned over? Yubate was there was a team that
President
you set up
Yubate,
with 1 minute, Madam President. You
Yubate,
set up this lady who was the chairperson, Cyril McKinney from Georgia. She was supposed to be the chairperson of the turn
the
over.
transitional team was set up.
Yubate tell us, because people saying Yubate went and did all the things. He even said he turned things over. Did he comply with that particular thing?
And he was on Daniel's and President Daniel's famous show, and he said, I gave report. But one thing, sometimes, and one of the things he said, right? That same interview, he said, you know what? We gave quality report. So if they want report, they can go to the go and check the quality report. After he said he gave report, President Yubate did not give us report.
But did he comply with the transitional
thing? He was very much not complying. If he did not give report, then he was never complying.
He did not get no report at all.
No, Prince, let me come in a little bit.
The man died. Don't call me that many.
Prince, let me come in a little bit.
Go ahead,
now, Prince, let me tell you something. People like Jane Yubate need to be careful how they speak to our community. You left power. You refuse to turn over document. We do not know what kind of project you even have. What are the depth of the project? What are the perimeter of the project? What amount is attached to the project? Where are they? Who is in control? You gave no document. There was a list of more than 17 items that were written to James Yubate for him to turn over, to tell us what are the projects, who are over the projects, what need to be done. He never did any of those. He refused to report, he refused to make financial reports. We're scrapping all over the place for information, and he come on people's show, on Daniel's show, and say they don't want to follow his project. What project are you talking about? You left the organization in debt. The new administration took over and scrambling all over the place to look for money to pay your debt that you left. And now they have succeeded in paying your debt. We have just raised $51,000. We are thinking about channeling that money through something that will be beneficial for our people. But they expect us to have skyscrapers in Grand Jede. They expect us to have hospitals in Grand Jede when we are paying Jane Yubate's debt.
No, but let's come on, and Mr. and Jerry, please hold on, because I want our people to understand a few things. Because President Yubate said that, oh no, they refuse to, they don't even want to work with Change Agent Network. You were in the 21st century, Mr. Double. Tell me, at a convention in the hall, that's where the contract was signed. I don't know if you were in Iowa and you witnessed that. The
board chairman signed it. Why he didn't object?
No, hold on. That's where
just a convention, election convention.
That's what the board chairman signed it. Board chairman refused to sign it.
It's not just the board chairman. It was the president and the board chairman. But listen, now, this is where it gets interesting, right? When we took over, we said we're going to continue the previous leader project. So we asked, where is this contract? The president said, I don't know what the contract is. Okay? And thank God that Change Agent Network had the copy of the contract. Right? When we asked him for the contract, he said, I don't know. Go and ask Omega Carter. He called the police. So it left. I don't know what happened to it. So it took a while to be able to get the contract. Thank God to Dr. Dr. Fortes. She's the one that talked to Mr. Eric Wowo, and they were able to get the contract to us. Mm-hmm. When we got the contract, right, we tried to look at a few things in the contract. I don't know how that contract was signed, because they are located for us. Change Agent Network said they are willing to augment the contract because that contract shouldn't have been signed in the first place without us clarifying a few things. And thank God they had it in there that they don't mind to be able to augment the contract, right? In addition to that, people with the mindset that they're going to be dollar for dollar. If that $20, we bring 10, Change Agent bring $10. But the document they signed, it had that we were going to pay the amount and Change Agent Network were going to be the one to build wherever we decided for them to build, which is the Leadership Academy and the Women Resource Center. The price, we needed to know exactly how much it costs.
So you, Mr. Djibouti, did not give you no document. All those people you got it from Chin. Did you audit Mr. Djibouti?
We got it from Chin. The recommendation.
I'm president. Did you audit him?
When it comes
the Constitution gave you the authority to audit him. Bring him.
No, listen.
A special group in and then audit him. Did you audit him?
The Constitution allow us to recommend to the board for us to do an audit.
Yeah, did you do that?
And that recommendation was made. Okay, and that doesn't mean
it was made to the board.
Yes, that doesn't mean when you look at the document, when you look at the transition report, we forwarded that to the board. That was within the transition report. But audit itself doesn't mean you committed a crime or there was any kind of.
I understand that, but the audit was going to show some trace of
exactly.
wherever and this and that. Exactly. You know what I mean? That somebody committed a crime. That I come here, I stay in this place for 2 years, and they want to audit me. They don't mean I commit a crime. Pay all my rent in the 2 years. They just want to see document to make sure I pay. That's all. So you can stay there for future reference. So your administration
in the recommendation. So this is what the team said though, because he was so non-compliant to the board. Like, in order for us to conduct audit, we have to see documents to say, look, this is what happened. So the fact that he's very much non-compliant, you can either do one thing. Either you take him to court to comply, or you don't take him to court because he's not complying with anything. So what's the essence? So with the union like this, we're gonna just continue and just give the recommendation to the board.
So it become a problem now for the organization. Let's say you
didn't but even print double. Let's be realistic.
People over, we say, well, somebody.
But besides
print double, let's be realistic.
I'm coming here, Mr. Jeru.
Yeah.
Before we even took over the inauguration report, the two conventions report. I mean, there's no report for us to have. And when you talk to the man, he's the last time we talked to President Djibouti, he said, you know what, everybody hire for their own position. Y'all got a secretary, y'all go to the secretary. When y'all need the money, y'all go to the treasurer. My time over.
But did you go to the body? Like you called teleconference and told your members?
We gave update, we gave a report. Yes.
So the memos, I mean, now you told the board, the boarding, but you been having teleconferences. Have you done it in your teleconference? I'm trying to get to Mr. Djibouti and he's not complying.
Several times we gave a report, we explained that. And you, Prince Double, Mr. Double, you are fully aware that we said
President, I'm talking about your meeting, your teleconference. You ever did that?
Yes, Prince. Yes. Let me say affirmatively, yes. There have been several meetings that it was explained.
What the body said.
Yeah, no, wait. Several meetings that we express the non-compliance character of Mr. Djibouti. Most of the time, the meeting suggests that the board should be able to take action on this. The administration wrote the board requesting a permission for action. But here is a problem that the board had to grapple with, and we're not speaking for the board here today, but here the problem the board had to grapple with. Our case was in court with Fred Guion and Jeremiah Shah. We are trying to see how we can get that case out of court and settle our case out of court, or have them settle out of court. We also just came from the convention, and anger all over the place. People are divided. The president was now thinking, do I go ahead and issue another lawsuit? Will I be considered a uniting president? Prince Double, there are some things that may be right, but they may not be expedient. If the president had issued a lawsuit against Eugene Djibouti, because of what he did, because of non-compliance, because of the loss of money from Grand Jide, because of the unnecessary debt, because of the dealings of using his own personal cash app to collect Grand Jide money and no show of report for it. If this president has sued Jane Obote, think about what the community are going to say. Oh, because she didn't sue Jane Obote to put the Grand Jide Association back into turmoil, to put the Grand Jide Association into confusion, and to further divide the Grand Jide Association, they'll say, "Oh, you didn't do nothing."
Oh,
It
so
is
it's
like you are. It is like you are between the high and the low place.
Yeah. I know what you mean, Gibson. If
Yeah.
something that you're a journalist, you get a certain story and you release that story, the whole country going upside down, war will come. You're not going to say that story to save the nation.
No, you're not going to do that. You're going to
For
use
typical
your social
example,
responsibility.
one of the things that the board day, the day of the election, that's on the account, he cleared the account. The same day, while
What do you
election was
mean he
going
cleared
on,
the account? So he went that same day he took money out of the account?
whatever money was in the account, he took it out.
That's a news story telling.
And he said he had to, he said he had to pay debt.
He took the money out of the account.
Prince Double, Jane Obote was very capricious. Jane Obote was very, very capricious. Let me tell you why making capricious. Here is a man, the man supposed to turn all money and document over to the board chair on the eve of the convention on Friday. You go to the bank on Thursday and clear every down from the account just to make sure that you leave nothing there. Listen, he came on public radio, on public show, and said, "Oh, we did this. Okay, fine. Where are the documents?" We just asked, "Where are the documents?" We presented a list of more than 17 things that we needed. We itemized them for you to present it to our transitional team. You refuse to send those documents. How do Grand Jide even expect us to move forward? Now, does Grand Jide want us to go sue Jane Obote again? While we have Fred Green case in court, they will sue Jane Obote.
Gibson, Madam President, Madam Swain, Mr. Vice President. Now there's a turnover process that's going to happen that Saturday night or Friday night. We'll come here to Kentucky. And the president will turn the document over to the board chair. Is that refusal from Mr. Obote? That refusal that Obote refused, that statement going to be there included and given to the board too?
No, it's not going to. That refusal is not going to be part of the report because we have submitted the transition report.
But that's your 2 years now.
Please hold on.
You turn it over now.
No, because if 2 years is on our
over
watch.
note.
Yeah, it's not. It has nothing to do with President Obote. It's on our watch. Our 2 years activities, and this is what's going to happen, right? That Friday, it has nothing to do with President Obote. It is the poor Yangleh administration that's supposed to.
But the people will not know how much you took from Obote when you took over. How much
we already get report. Prince Double is in the report. It's there.
It's already there. So you're not going to include it.
No, what we say, everything is there. The people got so. In fact, the report is so easy right now. It's just a matter of just clicking send. And give them the and give them the hard document. And as it is right now,
don't get a report to the treasurer. They chop into pray away before you send it.
Yes, we'll pray away.
We're gonna pray over it. We pray every time. Yes, so God can intervene because the devil is busy. The devil want to throw us apart.
We will not be easy.
Prince, let me tell you something. Prince, let me just tell you something. Let the people of Grand Jide listen to this. You see this, the chaplain. If she had not been on the administration, I would have questioned why she was not on the administration. She had been performing her duty as a woman of God to bring the stability into the organization. Praying when we go to that convention, the Grand Jidians will be proud of this organization, that we are going to be turning over money that is not coming from somebody's personal account.
And you think
that not going to be
and Mr. Gibson, Jerry, but that you think they will give Idepoa 3 years?
I think they will give Idepoa more than 3 years, because if we get the first 3 years, we get the second 3 years.
Yeah, for the second 3 years. Mr. Vice President.
You just want to rub it on like
guys, I gotta go. I'm still awake. I gotta go. Thank you very much. If I can make my final statement before I leave.
No, Gibson. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, Madam President, thank you for giving me the chance to speak. Look, Prince, let me just tell you, the reason for me, I don't want to go back to Jane Ubote there. These are people. No, let me just tell you something. Jane Ubote wants to replace Madam Poa with Octavius Gilmore.
Why not?
It is weird. It is weird because they are not a parallel competence. Then they want to replace Josephine, or Mr. Isaac Nyinawe with Josephine Slew. That's why he won.
Please qualify.
Madam Slew.
Thank you.
Well, listen, we're not even talking about qualification now, and that's the problem the poor have. Oh, they want white ballot. If one white ballot, we're going to fight for a long time. We get white ballot because everything they have done was wrong. We are talking about Grand Judeans using their intuition to decide whether they want more progress, whether they want more honesty, whether they want more accountability, whether they want more record keeping, whether they want more organization, whether they want more unity, whether they want more peace, or they want division. They want people to put their hands in the money that we already saved and misuse it and come and give excuse. They have a choice to make. Okay. And that's what I want to just stop on tonight.
And I think, Gibson, in addition, just to add of the Gibson what he said, and I think lawsuit may be part of the process too with that money. The man has never even gotten into position of authority. Lawsuit has already been engaged. So imagine anybody sending your DGA money.
Let me let Gibson to speak. That I got a lot of knowledge on the law team, and they let off to Marco V. You saw it, Gibson?
That letter, I saw it. The letter is appropriate, and I'm speaking as on my capacity as a legal advisor. The legal aspect of it is appropriate. They are talking about Marco V's statement accusing Josephine and Octavius Gilmore about anything at all. So the cease and desist is okay. My problem is I want to know how they're going to file the federal lawsuit, and I think it's a big bluff. That federal lawsuit is a big bluff. Because before you file the federal lawsuit,
gave Marco V 4 days gone now to go on Facebook.
I think it's a big bluff. I think it's a big bluff. There's no lawsuit going to be filed. First of all, Octavius Gilmore knows filing that lawsuit is below the belt. Listen, if people want to file a lawsuit, that Madam Poa need to file a lawsuit. Her big brother, is referring to a sitting president as a rogue. And there's no evidence to show. And he is filing lawsuit against people. So if we want all of us need to file lawsuit, Madam Poa will be filing lawsuit against 4, 5, 6 people from Michael Gilmore camp. Octavius Gilmore camp. But no, she is not doing that. In election, things happen. People say things. She understands that. That's why she kept the union peaceful. That's why she kept the union united. That's why she kept the union tranquil. And that's what the other people don't understand. They want to come and break our peace and break our unity.
Gibson Jeru.
Yes.
Read that comment from Eric Joey, then I will let you go.
He said, haha, Gibson, please bring your grandma down. Okay. That means I should leave.
So
Thank you very much, guys.
When they were suing people in GGAA, you know you are going to be sued. Trevor Collins are going to sue you because
Trevor Collins are going to be the first to sue me.
We have so many cases against
Listen, you know, let me just say this. I was sitting down behind my computer and I designed something very nice, something I designed for Octavius Gilmore. And then my son came and saw it and said, "Hey, Daddy, who is this? You should call police." So I said, so I looked at it for a long time. I said, no, let me keep that one because we are in the administration. We don't want to light the fire, but if they cause us to light the fire, we have the skill, the ability, and
do that.
Listen to
the so we want to keep the peace and the unity of the organization. Thank you very much, guys.
So, Madam President, I'll go right back to the Mr. Ubote turning over and this and that. So there's a confusion here about when you took over that day in Iowa after the election. You all went to the bank and there was money deposited by Crispy Romeo. How much was there money in the bank, in the account before you put any money in first? Was there any money there?
When we took over, like I said to you, Mr. Yubote, I seen Sunday. He tried to clear the whole account. So Mr. Crispy Romeo, I believe that's one of the reasons why Mr. Romeo refused to give him the money, because he was behind him to give him money. That's why he refused. Or maybe one of the reasons, I don't know his best reason, because he said he was going to hold on to the money. He was never going to give it to anyone until he deposited the amount into the account. So that money, he was at the Bank of America with us, the treasurer.
So my question, when you went to the bank, did you guys meet any money in the account? You got to put your name on the account now. They added your name on the account. That's, I think, Monday. And so when you went there was money in there?
Let me tell you what happened that day, right? When we got there was a couple of confusion. He already told Prince Vlad to go to the bank, President Prince Vlad. And later on, I asked, because I didn't know about the whole thing. In fact, the day of the election, while doing the election ground, he came to me. He said, and he came to me that Prince Vlad needed to be paid. So I said, Mr. Yubote, if you owe anybody money, anything you want to do, pay before you turn over to us. Because if you don't do that, it's not going to be just like walk into the park. We're going to have to need document, because we don't know what happened. If you know the activities, you seek approval from the board and make payment. And of course, the money that he was depending on did not go in, because even though it was not enough, but he did not. So Mr. Crispy Romeo went to the bank. But here is the thing here when he said, oh, you know what? We were supposed to make 100,000. I don't know, 100,000, no, 200,000 or whatever thousand he said on Mr. Daniel Freeman's show. No, 2,000 people were in the hall. That's his exact number. Prince, I don't know if you're at that convention. Look at that hall. The size of that hall could not have accommodated 2,000 people.
So we're going to make 100,000, Madam President. But the question that I asked you, Madam President, when you went to the bank that Monday, when you went to the bank that morning, was there money in the account?
Prince Dabo. Prince Dabo.
Because I know you went there. When we went to the bank, you know, there was there money there before Crispy put money there.
When we went to the bank, we printed a bank statement before put any money when I was there, 200 and change, $200 and change.
Then how much Crispy put there? Do you know how much Crispy deposited after you saw the 200? Did you know how much Crispy wrote? Crispy said you're not giving the money to anybody. He would get the money to the bank, put it in the bank. How much did he put in the bank?
He put, I think, VP was like 12 something,
less
12,000.
Less than 1,300. It was 12,000 and change.
Less than 1,300, 1,300?
I said 12,000 and change.
13,000. Yeah. Less than 13,000.
It was 12,000 and change. I cannot be exact, but it was 12,000 and change. But it was not above that. It was less than 13,000.
So the bottom line here is that we took over where there was negative balance. We're deep into the negative zone.
But they are saying that Madam President, Mr. Yubote should have gotten a little credit because that money Crispy put there was raised under his leadership.
But let's do this though. Let's do this for real.
Would you not give him credit for that 13,000?
We would give Mr. Yubote credit. Prince, I always said that the people who had a problem with Mr. Yubote constructing the monument, I was surprised. I said the man actually he ran on that.
No, what he told the people of Grand
That's what he told Grand Gina said he was going to do. He ran on that, and that's what he said he was going to do. Okay, and he did just that. We must say kudos to him, and I say yeah, he did a good job. But when it comes to the way he managed the money, I cannot give him a pat on the shoulder to say, oh yeah, he did a good job. That's where I think he poorly performed. And this is why
President, let me ask you the question before I open the line, because people want to call in here. Mr. President, 1 minute.
No, Mr. Dabo, it was 12,000 $245.
So 200 there, and then Chris people $12,045.
$245. That was
No, he pulled for $245 because he said you had 200 there before. Is that it?
I said that when our deposit was $12,245 a year.
But and then plus the 200 that were there.
Right, you can add it yet. I will check that and let you know yet.
Okay, so I mean, and then you're telling us tonight that Mr. Yubote did not comply with the audit. He did not respond.
We did not say comply. We said not comply.
Mr. Dobo,
He was not
like
compliant.
what the president was saying. Yeah, I work. Remember now, I was part of the administration as assistant secretary.
Yeah, I saw that.
So, right, I worked with them from the start until the 4th year. I was involved with that, and there was every year. In leadership, I mean, yeah, we give him credit. I'll give him credit. I work with from the start to date. But you see, the problem here is date. Money, and that's the reason why even the treasurer refused to give him that money. All the monies and everything, the president handles all the money. Now, even the treasurer know how much today, and I challenge Jim Yubote, the former president, how much were collected for that statue, how much was spent for that statue today, to see whether he gave a full report for that statue that was built. We don't know up to now. Do we know how much total was collected, how much total was spent for that statue? Even I was part of the administration. Nobody, I don't let to go back to that to talk about it. But all those things, we asked the former president. So, Jim Yubote, the convention is coming. You say we do not have money. You say you're going to collect money. May we know to protect whoever you wanted money from? May we know that person? Can we put it in writing?
But they put it in writing. They told you put it in writing.
No, Mr. Dobo, stop that.
You didn't see the receipt that they signed.
No.
That receipt, it happened. That receipt was not signed. Let me finish, Mr. Dobo. In our executive meeting, and I stand to be corrected, and all these meetings are recorded. I have all the recording. We asked the president, who did you take the money from? We want to protect the lender, the person who gave the high-end money to
So
us.
you guys did not know that he took money from Prince Vreye until
How
the
we
day.
have, and Mr. Carr, the vice president, the treasurer, we all get to know during the convention night. That has on our Saturday at the business session. That is when I get to know. When we asked Mr. Yubote in our executive meeting, his answer was, "You're not telling God I borrowed money from. You want to know who I borrowed from?"
So, Madam President, we're going to open the line for people to call you and then ask your question. And those who will be calling tonight, please be professional in your calling and stick to the point. Please, you can ask the president. You want to make comment, you are free to, but you got 1 minute. The number to call is 952-200-8420. Anyone that was watching and want to ask Madam Edith Poir, Madam Swain, Mr. Nyanwe, any question, please call the number 952. You look on the screen, you're going to see the number strolling down the bottom there, 952-200-8420.
Hello?
Yeah.
While we are with the calls, I just want to say this, Mr. Dobo.
Go ahead.
When you look at our acronym, POUT, peace, unity, and transparency. That's what we ran on, and that's what we are holding on to. This community was.
They say you didn't do anything with that POUT. That's why you're bringing the POUT back for.
We did things with POUT. Yeah, our priority was to bring our people together, to bring peace and unity. And we promised our Grangians that we were going to keep the money safe and they would know exactly the way the money would be used. Every time we give them the quarterly report, we stuck with that, and that's what we have been doing. We want to continue that good work. Look, the president, this lady you see at the court, Edith Tayenam Poor. She's a woman who has compassion for her people, hardworking, she's dedicated, she has promised you, and she's going to deliver. She loved you so much, Grenjidens. Trust me, she will put everything else aside to deliver. We are looking towards the nursing station in the county. We're going to make sure they are fully equipped. We are also looking at developing the park. We're giving a modern park will be built in Grand Jide, like in America, where you would go, you would sit down, you will have cookout, you will have bathroom, you will have activities and all of
Is
that.
that James Ibote project?
Yeah, it's we just kind of upgraded it. That's his project. We're building a basketball court. Yeah, we just upgraded that project. That's all. That's part of James Ibote project. Because of the law that we have our people, she's not even looking at earning her own name to say, okay, this is Ide Poor project. It's not about Ide Poor. It's about Grand Jide Association. And that's our focus.
Okay.
So second term, give it to us. We are here to work for you. We have been working. We're keeping the organization stable. We're keeping the organization united. Regardless of whatever happens, at the end of the day, we are Grenjidens. Let us hold together. Brotherly love is what we need. Let's continue that.
Thank you, Madam Chaplain. That's the voice of Madam Beatrice Wende. She's on here tonight as the chaplain of Grand Jide Association. Not Nyabo
Nyabo president.
Somebody said I'm a Nyabo president. They're talking. So 1 minute, Mr. Former treasurer is on the line. Let me bring on Mr. Crispy Romeo.
Yeah.
Mr. Crispy Romeo, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much. I love the show. You know, Madam President.
Are you guys hearing him?
Yes, we can hear him.
Yeah,
clearly.
Mr. Ramyo, we can hear you. How you doing, sir?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you. You know, you guys are doing great. You know, but I want to speak on this the money issue.
Okay.
When we after the convention, I think my brother Alex is over there. He and I work together, so I think he can attest to this. After the convention that night, when we did the counting, we thought it was 17,735.
Man, raise your voice up, man. How are you?
Man, my voice, so it can't go higher than this.
I'll tell my God to be cooking dumb words. Go ahead. You say that name, you thought I was 17,000?
Yeah, initially we thought it was $17,735 when we did the counting, because the figure that after we counted, you know, as in the group and everybody, we counted, we have $12,945 in cash, and we have $4,820 in the cash app and sale. So when we went to the bank, and prior to that, we did the final counting. When we went to the bank, there was $12,245 in cash. So there was $670 discrepancy. And then, the cash app and the Zelle, because we used Isaac that night, so all the cash app and Zelle went to his phone. So the cash app and Zelle was $4,820. You know, so when you add that, that was the total that we generated from that convention.
Okay. So when y'all went to the bank now as a treasurer, y'all went to the bank. How much were in the account?
Just give me one second. So I said I've already told you how much were in the account.
I was asking you too.
Just the same amount he told you. That's all.
How much did you tell me? I can't remember.
So I'm coming. Just give me a chance. So now when we left the convention, you know, I just want to make the part clear. When we left the convention and we came, I wrote a check to Grand Jide Association for $670, and that check was sent to the vice president. It was written to Grand Jide Association for that discrepancy that was, you know, that happened, because when we did it counting, everybody saw the figure. They said that was the one. We all agreed that was the high amount. But after the machine count the money, it reduced. So because of, my integrity and everything, I wrote a check of $670 to Grand Jury Association. And that check went to the vice president to deposit in Grand Jury Association account. So if you add this to that amount, that's the total amount we generated from that convention total.
You said total. You got give me what the figure? Call the figure, dude.
Yeah,
So I
think it's
told
16
you
or 17.
$12,245 cash from the door.
$12,245 cash door.
Yeah. Then the sale and cash out was $4,820.
$4,820.
Okay.
That's
And then the
17,000.
difference, that came on the counting, the difference was $670. So when I came back, I wrote that $670 check to Grand Jury Association. So if you add that $670 to the amount I just gave you, that's the total amount generated from that convention.
So you're talking about $17,665, according to the math that way you're telling me.
Yes.
That money you deposited in the account.
That's the money total generated from that convention.
That were put into the account.
I just explained it to you just now, Prince. $12,245.
Yeah.
That was the cash. That was deposited.
Yeah.
That was deposited. That morning after the convention, that was the money deposited.
That was Sunday or Monday.
Yeah. Then on the Cash App and Zelle, all the money that went to the Cash App and Zelle were $4,820.
So when you went to the bank, that $4,820 was there?
No, it was the Cash App and Zelle wasn't Grand Jury Association account. That's why I just told you we use Isaac, Cash App, and Zelle.
Who Isaac?
That's what we use. Isaac Yahweh.
Okay.
That's his Cash App and Zelle we use. You understand me?
Yeah.
So if you add that $4,820,
that's $17,065.
Yeah. So then when I got back to Kentucky, I think it took about 2 weeks like that. I sent a check of $670.
$17,665.
Yeah, I sent a check of $670. To Grand Jury Association. That was a cashier check, I guess. I know that was a cashier check I sent.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you talk about how much generated from that convention, that's the total amount I'm trying to give you that generated from that convention.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Prince Vlad, you were kind of right though.
No, Prince Vlad was not right when it comes to him saying he at the bank there was 17,000.
That's why he was not right. He says
that's what. And first of all, he did not see he was not privileged to see how much was in the account.
But the money the man just calculated is 17,000.
No, Prince Vlad said at that morning on Monday morning. This is where he was not right. He said money. The money that was deposited, it was 17,000. That's what Prince Vlad said on your show.
He said the account.
And that was not true. But the former treasurer said.
So that makes the clarification for the sake of the show. So I know VP you deposited the how you call it the 4,000 plus.
Yeah.
And then there was a check too. So which the treasurer actually did a great job because.
Well, what I'm understanding here, the treasurer said he put 12,000 some more, and the cash I had 4,000 and change. You do the math, it's 17,000. So why Prince Vlad is not right?
Because what is saying that the cash app was not deposited on that day.
It was not deposited that day, but it was GGA money.
No.
Yeah, but Prince Vlad said he was there at the bank. 17,000.
Maybe he got 17,000, so he get rent with the 17,000.
No, because he said the money was there to he said the money saw that the money was
15,000.
No, Prince, he said the money was there to pay him. He said, in fact, he went to the bank so he can be paid because the money was available to be
But
paid.
why maybe James told him, Mr. Yubote told him, because why would he get and go to
No,
the
but
bank?
in front of him, Mr. Yubote said, Edie, if you guys can even pay partial payment, and he brings this like when you guys make partial payment because he really wanted his money.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why that the money been a conflict, and I have to just alluded to it was, let's say many of us was not in the know of that money that was credited.
That's true. Thank you, Mr.
So there was doubt.
So as a
about it.
treasurer, you didn't know. You went to your meeting. You ever asked him, Mr. President, where you going to get money from? Where you get money in the account? Where we going to get money from? And he didn't tell you nothing about who he going to take money from to fund the convention.
Prince, let's provide clarity to Grenadians. Yeah, I know you want to ask me all those questions. I understand that, but I don't want to go back to all these questions and say why this person didn't do this, this person did it. We got to know on that very day at the convention that
That's Saturday
was credited. Yeah.
Okay.
So even the vice president, we even went in. The vice president even went and wrote a promissory note. Mr.
Car
was as a car. He must have won him a car. And when
he put there, but when he put Woodland Avenue,
documentation.
when he put Woodland Avenue,
and then most of the things.
Why he put Woodland Avenue, Rock Island.
Not even correspond. Some of the things did not even correspond. You understand me? All that thing. So the thing is, this is Grand Judea Association money. So anybody that Grand Judea owes supposed to be paid through Grand Judea Association account.
Correct.
You understand me?
Yeah.
So I think it necessary that whatever money that Grand Judea owes, administration is.
Now, when you put the money there, you didn't give it to you, but
so I put the money in the account. Yeah,
okay.
I put the money in the account so that we can't pay anybody on the table, because on the table thing it brings a whole lot of speculation.
Okay.
So that whenever check that's issued will be issued through the account, Grand Judea Association account. Okay. Everybody knows how much was given. So that's the reason.
Bali, let's go to Bali D.
So,
thank you, Mr. Romeo. Thank you very much.
Mr. Romeo can leave the line.
Everybody, I just want to thank the administration for the hard work that they are doing.
Please call your name.
This lady got a lot of names.
Yeah, call the name. What will know?
Bali D.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
This is Bali D for Kingport. I want to appreciate the administration for the hard work that they are doing. Thank you, Madam President. Thank you to the entire team. You are doing a good job. The thing here, I do not have a question, but I just want to say something to all Grenadians.
Mm-hmm.
And Grenadians still listening to me today. Once upon a time, we've been crying for our money. We've been crying for the best leadership. And now we got the best one. All the male presidents, they've been coming. All the female been supporting them. Now it is our time to lead this organization. And I'm asking all women to please rally around President Edith Poor so that she can win for second term, and so that our road can be fixed to Grand Judea, our university, our nursing department. We got a lot of things to carry on in Grand Judea. All the 15 counties in Liberia, they are developing the county. So Grenadians, hear me today and hear me well. We are better than this. We are united people. We are loyal people. We are peaceful. So I want us to sit and reflect on everything that's been going on and do away with every differences and carry Edith Poor to the ballot box in May and really let this lady that is doing a phenomenal job for us today.
Okay.
And one thing I want to tell the acting president and the acting board member, Michael Gilmore, been insulting the president since he came from Liberia. And this morning went into the chat room and called the president a thief, telling her she stole the putable money. The president, she's not a rogue. If she wanted to steal, she was going to steal the Grenadian money long time ago. This lady take her own hard-earned money and travel around this country just because of Grenadians. So Grenadians, are you guys going to sit back and let us go backward? Or you guys going to sit up and open your eyes so that we can go forward?
Okay.
This time around, this is the women leadership, women empowerment. I'm calling all women to come aboard so that we can debunk acting board member Michael Gamer. Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right, Madam President, you hold the phone here. Let me start the phone again.
No, I said I don't know if Mr. Remio is still on the line.
He's hearing you, listening to you.
Okay. First of all, Mr. Remio, thank you for the update and clarification. And like I said, you know, doing the report, we actually, the administration tried to reach out to the treasurer. The treasurer is like, I don't have information because it's the president I was receiving the cash, or the transaction was going through the Preso. Then when you go to the Preso, the person will say go to the treasurer, you know, because he was actually elected to do his job. So that's made it the whole situation difficult. And I just, because he's here, so at least if there's anything he can make sure that clarification is made, if he has any issue with what we just said regarding the transition time.
Okay, let's go to Mr. Yala. I want to take call from Sally, Mr. Yala, and then a guy from Liberia, Patrick. Then we got to conclude. So, Mr. Yala, go ahead.
Good evening, Mr. Dover.
1 minute, 1 minute. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. You called to have an input?
Yes, sir.
Okay, 1 minute after Yara, you come in. Patrick, start calling. I will call you after the show, Patrick. I will call you after the people speak. You can't connect the phone number here with WhatsApp. So I'll call you after the three people speak. Go ahead, Mr. Yala.
Yeah, good evening, and I want to say good evening to the president, the chaplain, and the vice president.
Good evening.
I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are.
Mr. Dover, Mr. Crispy Remio is not a guest tonight, but this phone call is actually directed to him. I personally placed this call to register my appreciation in a very high esteem to that young gentleman. I mean, I know we all in the community, I don't know whether I have ever met him one-on-one before or in person, even though I know him, given the fact that we live in a world of social network and technology. So I know if I see him, I'll know him. I know he's Michael V's husband, but we have not interacted in person. But I want to say I'm very proud of the man. I'm very, very glad. I'm so happy. I've even heard him tonight, the way he took his time to break down the information and the step he took. Meaning that he will give me the information. It's about the step he took, and to have understood that the money that he collected from the gate intake and what have you was money belonging to Grand Jury Association, and the only thing he could do was to deposit the money in the account, and if there's anything else to be done, the money will be done through the appropriate processes and the legal means. So I don't know, we have more than one of them that did this, brother, or 10 or 15 of these kind of people in our community. Things will be okay, because people get easily moved by the fact that you're working with a team, and the person who is the president, anything they say, you just follow them. Whether they're saying something wrong, you follow them because you want to appease them. But I mean, as I heard him tonight, I know I heard the story before, but I've been so glad when I heard himself explaining the story tonight, that we know the step he took. So, Remio, this call for you. I want to say thank you very much. And if that is part of, I know that's your character, just continue and always be who you are, be professional. You did a very good job. Thank you very much, Prince. That's why I made the phone call for.
Okay, Mr. Yala. I think he's hearing you. He's on there. He's listening to the Facebook aspect of it. A phone call. I don't know why my phone don't want to go. So, Mr. Carter on the line. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hello, my name is Ansa Duklin. I'm calling from Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Dover. First, I want to use this platform to appeal to my fellow Grenadians. And before I go there, let me commend the leadership, because there's little steps that we miss in the United States, and many times it hurts our organization.
Mm-hmm.
I once served as vice president of Liberian Association, Worcester County. And sometimes when you go for some of these meetings where you meet with other stakeholders, you learn and when you listen. I remember quite clear when we're trying to lobby for our community center, and one of them among them said to us that you Liberians always have problems, you in court, and you don't have nobody who get money to solve your problem. Then when you finish say your organization you want to do big thing, we will trust you. But you can't finish with court. So, Madam President, I heard you clearly even saying that no way to court. It's not the right solution at this time, because we have tried it before, we're doing it now. Many of our organizations cannot function anymore because you are in court. Sometimes it's difficult, but looking at the community organization is one of the most difficult things to do, to lead them. People who don't come to meeting are the people who get a larger say. And our organization, this Grenadier organization, has suffered so long, dragging each other to court. It's not solving the problem. So taking that step, trust me, it makes me to come on tonight to commend you and your team. Let's build on things that are not working. Let's do it different way and try it so that we can move forward and make progress.
Okay.
We can be one area. And secondly, the gentlemen who are in charge of money, I think that's part of the teamwork. We all can say yes or sir, even when it is wrong. Do the right thing.
Okay.
You understand that the money belongs to our organization and keep us there. I want to thank all of you, and please let's have a peaceful, transparent, free, fair election.
Thank you very much.
All of you.
Okay, that's Mr. Dukley. Crispy Romeo and called him back, so let me call him back. I don't know why the phone don't want to take more than 3 people. Let me call Crispy. From there, then I'll give you all the time. I'll gotta call Patrick anyway from Liberia. Crispy, you had 30 seconds.
No, I think the president asked a question, but Madam President.
No, I didn't ask a question. We're giving you compliment, and I said if you need any clarification,
That's President, Mr. Yara.
They were not asking you a question, they were giving you compliment, Mr. Yara and the president.
And I said what I said, that when we contacted you, you never have financial report. You said because the president was carrying on all the transaction.
Okay.
And the president referred us to you. So if you think the information need clarity, you can also clarify that.
That's what I wanted to say. Everything that was in my possession during the transition, ask your vice president. He and I worked together, and everything that I had, I turned it over to him.
Okay.
Right.
I'm holding no property for Grenadier.
No, you don't have any.
Thank you very much, Mr. Crispy, Mr. Romeo. Let's go to Peter Darcy.
You did a good job,
Mr. Darcy.
Good evening, my fellow Grenadians. One thing that brings me so much proud is for me marrying a Grenadian. Teresa Darcy. You know, Grenadians, women are very hard.
Man, can't pray with me here. You pay for airtime.
I will pay for airtime. Look, sitting back for so many days, so many weeks, so many months, seeing our organization that we work hard for, doing the callings and poor administration. Way back, there was a Grenadier Association. Let's get this thing clear. After Collins administration and poor administration left, we went down to the pit of hell. My fellow Grenadians, let's make this thing clear. We are not going back. We are moving forward.
I don't want us to be fooled again. After the election, none of these leaders have ever supported Madam Poor. Today, they are coming back because of the election. Grenadians, I want you to open your eyes and see what is going on out there. If all these leaders were going to rally their hands around Madam Poor, don't you think we'll have better and a strong and a dependable organization for our children? Why now? President Djibouti is on the stage. Augustine May is also there. And the rest of all the leaders are saying the president is not doing something right. Look at American history. When one president leaves, the rest of the president try to erase the rest of it. This is not happening for Madam Poor. Grenadians, we shouldn't sit back to make that mistake. Otavia Gaymon is not ready to lead this organization, not because you're selling houses. No. To sell a house and to lead people is two different things. If you sit back, one person insults you, you start suing. What will happen when other people start raising voice? You are talking about woman. You're talking about mother. Engineers, I'm not going to take your airtime here tonight. It will be a big mistake and a big disaster in our history for us to elect Gaymon to this organization. Please, Nigerians, let us not make the mistake that others have made that led our country to be behind. That's not going to work.
Okay.
Let's keep our eyes up.
Thank you.
Vote. Team vote.
All right. The man said it. Team Port, vote Team Port. That's Peter Darcy from Tennessee and Kentucky, Tennessee chapter man over there. The boy ain't got their own money. Peter Darcy, Otavio Gaymon, Bobby Torrey, 3 richest crown people, crown guys I know in the United States. Go ahead, Madam Jari.
Yeah, how are you, Mr. Dawa?
Good.
I just want to say something to we the crown people tonight. You see, Ide down there, she's a good person. She don't keep things in her. Ide will keep things in her. Ide will not speak to me. For Jane, what they are costing my business. I can remember when we were going to Minnesota, Ide called me. The response I gave to her, she was not even expecting it from me. I was not nice at that time. But when Ide saw me, Iowa Des Moines, Ide embraced me like nothing happened between she and myself.
You went there to vote for her that time?
I didn't go there to vote for her. I was supporting Jean Djibouti, but when I went at the Ambofi, I saw there, they were not okay. When I saw there, they were not okay. But what I wanted to say here, I wanted to enjoy what Jean Djibouti said, the other that we were going to make 100,000. If we make a car, we're not going to call the police. That's a lie. We were already into the program, almost for the program to be over when I'm fighting open. So in 1 hour time, we're going to make 100,000.
Maybe the police will come to pay to enter.
Let me tell you, if you are a leader, that's why when you leave power, you need to behave yourself. That everybody, when they see you, they will respect you. You can't be leader, you be talking to what you know that's true. And you be putting other people who don't have sense, be putting them under the impression that you are the right person or you good person. No. I joined you, I followed you voted since 2015 when I came into the country. He was the first person I ever voted for in Arizona. And another thing, Malcolm Gaymon saying that people should not dare respect Josephine Smoke. That is not a good thing to dare respect anybody for that matter. Mm-hmm. But they will say that people should not dare respect Josephine Smoke. If they respect it, either don't have a place, she can't afford a place, she maybe with this one. Twin.
Sorry.
Because some people to rule is very hard. We are very respectful. And so when you don't even bring that community, just sit down and take out your clothes and wait for their respect. And when I come for women, it will come for the crime men.
Okay, we're gonna let it. Sorry, we're gonna let it go like that.
Let me go by. All right, let's see
Mr. Doba.
Yeah.
Let me just say, let me clarify something. I beg you, Papa. Give me 1 minute.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Grand Judy, I'm on my way to work, so I'm dark now. I'm in the darkness in my car.
Go ahead.
But let me
Go
just
ahead.
say this. Yeah, Salem, thank you for bringing that up. It was just oversight. I don't know where Michael Gilmore got his information from that Edith is living with me. That's very false. That's untrue. That's a blank lie. I don't know where he got information from. Edith has her own place. Even though she's my sister, we are two sisters from two different mothers, but we are blood. We are sisters. We love each other. We are connected. We visit each other. And yes, she came to my house when I was bereaved, and we were together. When you on the mat, you people sleep on the mat. That was the only time Edith slept at my house. When my auntie passed, and people were there sympathizing with me. Other than that, nothing else. I don't even have a finished basement. Let us not wash our dirty clothes outside. So I don't know where they're coming from with their stories. I want the Grangitas to get it off their minds. Let them erase it as a blinking lie. It has no truth attached to it. That's what I want to clarify.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's go to, is that Debbie Dian?
That's me.
Go ahead, man.
Yes, thank you for having me, and thanks to all the contributors and on the show tonight. It's a good thing, and Prince, for Grangidians to have a platform to explain and to know that there is no team compared to put one person that was not. I was very loud, and it was not against either at the time.
Yeah, you
but
all
I
both
did
took the
not
ballot. You
agree
all
with
both took the ballot in Iowa, I remember.
Yes, I did not agree with how the board, the decision the board took for us to do white ballot. Okay, but I got too much sense in my brain. Now, what if God gave me? Not because I did not like that process, meaning the president that is coming is to be blamed. And even if I had thought that way, why somebody doing everything right, bringing back proud to our unity? I mean, to our union. And I'm gonna be this, me, I'm gonna do that all the way. Anything that's good for us, I stand for it. I just wanted to say to Nigerians, you better do what's best for our county. I just came from there in May. It's not fun in Liberia there. You better do what's best for Grangidia than to play fun with us. Who was that with Octavius and Josephine? What's wrong with y'all? That's serious election. You have no time for play. We are at a crossroad. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much.
And the port administration to continue to do what they're doing and bring pride to us. I went to Henry Duba Jr. funeral. That place was packed, just like Arizona Convention. And this woman represents the people that respected the fact that Edith Poor was our president. Y'all stop, man.
Thank you very much. Debbie Dian from all the way Minneapolis, Minnesota. Thank you very much, Sister Kamati Dian. They phone acting up, my people. I don't know what's going on. Kuya.
Yes.
Go ahead, Patient Kuya. Quick.
Yes. Hello, everybody. My name is Patience Quay Gay. And Madam President, to you and your team, I just wanted to say thank you so much. Thank you so much for turning this organization into an organization that everybody want to be a part of now. I am so proud to be a Grangidian because of what you are doing. And I know that I've been watching, and people have been insulting you. They have been saying all kinds of things that you would not even think that men would say to a woman, let alone the president of this association. But thank you for holding your peace and continue to hold your peace because you got young Grangidians looking up to you. Every move you make, every step you take, we're looking up to you, and I appreciate you. When I saw that day, I don't know, whatever, I don't even want to acknowledge his name, talk show and he was speaking and he was saying that, and then after that he stayed on there for almost 30 minutes. I was just so disappointed and heartbroken. But I'm so glad that you are smart, educated, and you are leading this organization the way it's supposed to be led. And to all young Nigerians that are now joining the organization, this is not a play organization. This is not an organization for you to be playing around with on social media. That when people go on social media now, that to turn it into a disgrace. When you join the organization, please do yourself a favor. We have a website. Go there, read, educate yourself. Know what you're talking about before you start talking. Look at the candidate. Look at what they're doing. Look at their records. Don't just get there and insult people. Just look at what they have been doing. Listen to the things that they're saying. It will be clear to you. Somebody's saying that they're going to go and have a inauguration in Grand Judah. You know that don't make no sense. Because you're not going to get people to leave from here, buy their plane ticket, and go back home to go have a party. We're supposed to be raising money to help the people back home, not to go there and go give them hard time over. It don't make any sense at all. So I just wanted to say thank you so much to Team Port, and we will show these people something when we get to Kentucky. Thank you so much for having me.
Holy moly. Okay, madam. Kuya. Kwege. Showing. Mr. Marco Kulo, you've been hiding for too long. Come on, welcome to the Prince Double Show, Mr. Kulo.
Thank you so much for allowing me to be part of the program.
Is that who brought you out, Edith?
No, I mean,
Who said Edith that brought you out, Gilmore? Which one of them brought you out?
No, listen, man. Look, I'm an ex-official of this organization. I'm an eminent son of Grand Judah College.
Yeah, but you've been in the dark. You just coming out 4 years now.
Yeah, give me a chance now, man.
Yeah, Daniel Pine, you're been hiding. Anyway, Daniel King, so you come in now. Go ahead.
No, this is America, so I don't have to tell you, but you know. So, but I've been following the organization. I've been playing my part. And as a Grand Judah, I may be quiet or I've been in my little corner, but I've been monitoring the day-to-day activity of the organization. So, being part of this organization, knowing fully well what we have took this organization for when we were in leadership, and so what happened along the way after we left leadership, that from one leadership to another leadership, the organization went down the drain. And at least when Madam Paul took over, we saw a lot of changes. Even though some of us, to be very frank, he is my friend, my sister, we came along with. But I never, the election in Minnesota, I never voted for her. I never supported her. Because I supported Mr. Ugote. I was in Minnesota. Maybe you saw me in Minnesota. I was in Minnesota.
No, Minnesota 2019, man. 2019, 1925. 6 years now, bro. Whenever we go ahead.
Okay, I'm just telling you that election, I never supported Madam Paul, even though she must have taken a long way, even though the team of Paul administration time, we all work together. But then the election in Minnesota, I never supported her. The election in Cleveland, Ohio, I never supported her.
What are you trying to say? You got 1 minute. Are you going to support her this election?
Let me come to a conclusion now, because I know that I hope you on the line waiting to speak. But one good thing, one of the speakers who just spoke, and she said it right. Even it's not the kind of leader that holds things against people. And she saw me as her friend, her brother. And two elections went back and never supported her. But we still kept that friendship. And that's why we are Grand Judah. I don't have to support you. Before I still be your friend and brother, we are all the one people. But to be very frank right now, from what I have seen, from what I have saw either in the since she took office, do we have to change our administration? If we have a leadership that is doing the right thing for our people, do we still have to have people having election and still want to change the administration? Where do we change administration for? From my own personal opinion, we bring in new leadership because when that old leadership is not doing the right thing. But if we have a leadership that is doing the right thing, why should we replace that leadership? It doesn't make sense to me. I may be wrong. I mean, I stand to be corrected. But as far as I'm concerned this year, Edie has done a great job.
Are you endorsing Edie tonight on my show?
Oh, yes. Popular endorsement for.
Well, that's it right there from Mr. Marco Kula, former board chairman, co-chairman on the national board. Just endorse Edie Poit right here on live camera.
I'm going to be in Kentucky. I'm already started running my campaign. I'll use my influence in the Grand Gita community to make sure that Madam Paul.
Well, it's not going to be easy. This man who's speaking is the campaign manager, brother-in-law here. So, Mr. Kula, thank you very much.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak.
Okay, man. Thank you. Let me call PG. I think I think it's okay that people calling and talking, Madam President. So I don't think you have issue with staying here and listening to the pool, Madam Swain. I don't think Mr. Isaac. I don't think you have issue, Mr. PG.
I don't have.
Use your 1 minute, quick, brother.
Well, I'll be straight to the point. So I just want to join the many voices tonight as one of the permanent Grenjidan, very active and productive young man.
1 minute, let me connect the chairman.
While Edith and our team on stage to tell you and tell the public that I'm throwing my full support beyond Team Port as well. Because I see there's no reason why we will have to switch anything right now if there's nothing broken. She is doing extremely well. Team Port is doing extremely well. There have been a lot of additions made to Grand Gita Association since she raised to that position, and she has been doing extremely well. I will tell you for sure that we were incorporated and we were given attention and relevance when it came to the convention in North Dakota. The Grand Gita Gospel musician in the U.S. The first of its kind in the U.S. for Grand Gita Association to bring all our sons and daughters under the roof to say, whatsoever talent God has given you, they'll come and let us enjoy it. The same way people, the Liberian that enjoy you outside there, you'll come and show it out here, and we are there, we have fun. And I mean, it is also when it comes to leadership, when it comes to listening, when it comes to decision making. I mean, this is kind of leader. This is not, it's not about show off. It's not about title. It's not about, oh, I'm walking around, I'm the president. No. You will not even know if Edith doesn't speak. You will never know that she's the president because she don't carry that title to put on her head. But anyway, in short, Edith, thank you so much, Mama. I know fully well that it's not easy to be a leader, especially for us that want to see one of the bad. But trust me, those guys that are outside there insulting and challenging and attacking personal stuff and not forgetting about the issue to address, they should resist from those behavior. Because when you come for a sister, you should know that she has a brother, she has sibling, and they're going to come for you too. And we don't want to go that route. The next time, any individual, whether you get gray hair, whether you are older indeed, if you are older, you should be very sensible indeed to respect a female. But if you cannot respect a female and start to insult, she will not insult you. She got brothers behind her, and you also going to feel the full weight of it as well. We're going to come for you. So that's why I just want to say, I want to make it practically clear tonight. The politics should be gone. Run your campaign clean. Everybody should run their campaign clean. But stop insulting an individual. She has family behind her. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Have a good night.
Let's go to the campaign chairman. From there, then we go to the panelists, and then we cut it on night. Mr. Tadu.
How you doing, Prince Dova?
Good.
Thank you, sir.
Well, what I want to tell Grenjita is that the choices are very clear. If you want to go to court, you want people to sue you, you can take the other side. We will not complain. But if you want to restore integrity, if you want to restore the union back together, input will be the rightful choice for you. I don't need to say too much. I think you are seeing what my team is doing right now. You're seeing all the stuff that they have been doing when it comes to the finances, when it comes to development, when it comes to competencies, when it comes to integrity, and most especially when it comes to being able to forgive, because that's what Crown People's are. Crown People are forgiving people. You see all the dirt they have been throwing us. Not a single day, Manafort have taken anybody to court. We have not taken nobody to court. We have not written any letter of disease. But just one thing we did, so many things on it, they're taking us to court. So please, Grenjita, make up your mind. The choices are very clear and precise. If you want to go to court, you can take the other side. But if you want for us to stay as a family and build, then you must stick with input. Thank you, and God bless everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Campaign Chairman. There's one caller here who called from this number here. Let me see who is that. Please. It's Victoria. She's from Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Caller.
Hello.
Oh, what's your name? Where you calling from? Hello? You called, I was calling you back on the show. I think the person probably made a mistake. So let us come back to Yona to get a parting comment. Then we're going to go. Everybody heard what you said tonight. And I mean, it was a nice one tonight. It was not rough. But that's how we're supposed to be. Call for calm and then make sure that we all follow the clean campaign policy. And then we can elect whoever that we want to elect. This all rigmarole, name calling, and all that stuff won't help the community. So, let's start with Madam Swain. Then go to the VP, then we go to the president.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Dober. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tim Port, Madam President. Thank you, Mr. VP. Thank you. I think this was a beautiful show. We were able to inform the Grenjitans about our work that we have done and what we want to continue to do for them. When Jesus was dying on the cross, even though he was in pain and the people were mocking at him and saying a whole lot of stuff, he did not mind all of that. He still looked down at them and asked his Father to forgive them. He said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they are doing. So we as Grenjitans, let us be able to follow the will of Jesus and forgive one another. Whenever somebody does something wrong to you, forgive that person. And the news around that Madam Paul is with me. Of course, Madam Paul is my sister, and any other Grenjitan. If a crown person or human being that was created by God is in need, I will help. It's just that she's not in need, and that's a false story going around. But the Bible also says that whatever you do to the least of your brethren, you have done to me. How can you say you love God who you have not seen, and the brother right next to you, you castigate, you say the worst thing about them? The word is closing up on us. I want us to open our eyes. Every day you get up, you look on Facebook, social media, rest in peace, rest in peace. Death right now, you don't have to be old, you don't have to be sick. You get up in the morning, you see all of this. The war is closing up on us. Let us open our eyes and continue to embrace one another, for we know not what tomorrow holds for us. So as we leave this line tonight, you have gotten the message. The message is very, very clear. Tim Port has done it all what we ran on the first time. We delivered, and we want to continue to deliver. We want to continue to show you that we are here to work for you. Jesus washed his disciples' feet. We are here to wash your feet. We are here to go the extra mile. We are here to serve you. We are servant leaders. So you make the choice. You make the choice of who you think will better lead you tomorrow. I know we will lead you better tomorrow. I can attest to that we have been doing a good job. I want all of us to open our eyes. Let's continue to do the good work. Mr. Dorbert, thank you for always opening your platform to us, Grangians. I just love you for that. Thank you so much. Only God will reward you because you don't put money first. Other platforms, you go there, the first thing they tell you, they show you the form that you have to fill in and do this and do that. For you, in the last minute, when we call upon you, you are ready. As long as it's about Grand Jita, you are always ready. That's a true son of Grand Jita. So I just want to say thank you. Continue to do the good work. We see it, and God will reward you. Good night, all of you, and may God bless you in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, Madam Chaplain. I go now to the Vice President, then from there we go to the President.
Good evening, my fellow Nigerians. Again, Mr. Dobo, I'm going to say thank you for giving us this opportunity tonight to speak to our people. The message is clear. I hope, Mr. Dobo, please give me a few minutes. This is very, very important. We need to get it out there. I listened to the former president, Jane Yebote, anyway, that one of the reasons he's supporting Mr. Otavio Gamon and Madam Josephine Slew is that they supported his administration. Then I asked myself, really? Oh, so are you saying that Madam Idepo did not support your administration? Really? In the histories of Grand Jita Association, and I stand to be corrected, in the history of foreign consent, when it comes to elections, Madam Idepo is the first candidate that lost an election on the night of an election in Minnesota and gave you $1,000 to jumpstart your administration. Oh, you say the other people, they support your administration. That's why you are endorsing that. Really? Are we here in 2019? I ran against you to be secretary. I lost. We lost. A week later, you reached out to me. Mr. Isaac, I want you to come and join me to be assistant secretary. I love Grand Jita. I know that whether, regardless of whether I'm secretary or not, it's a team work. I accepted it and I work with him, and the rest is history. He said the other people, they supported him, his administration. But again, Mr. President, this Kenneth Malone Ideport, the five executive, the Grand Jita, we all supported your administration to the teeth. We all supported the Jane Yebote car administration. But tonight it's not about Mr. Jane Yebote. It is what we are asking Grand Jita to give for a second term. And I'm glad that tonight the former treasurer come on here and talk about how finances were handled in the past. When we took over in 2023, and you all were agreed to meet, when Grand Jita money were all over the place, either in people's personal cash out account, and there was no account. And one of our first priorities was to put a structured system in place to make sure that whatever money you give, whether it is a $1, it is accounted for. It does not go in my either a personal account or I say in our cash account. It go to the account of the Grand Jury Association of America. We put that in place. We talk about unity. And unity is not something that can be achieved in one day time. We try. Are we to where we are? No. It's a process. As we go along, we'll continue to work on it. We talk about being stakeholder trust. When we talk about this Grand Jury Association, you know very well, for those who have been around this, the momentum you see here today, it was nowhere. But here we are today. We are all together now, coming together. This is what we want. Do we want to go back to where everything was scattered, where there's no account, Grand Jury money, but flowing all over the place? Or we want to move forward with this thing that we have, this thing that I put in place, a financial policies in place. I mean, I'm happy to serve with these ladies, Madam Edie Port. I've been knowing her for a long time. I work with her. And I work with every single I enter the US. I work with every past administration that served this organization. I know what they have done. And we are all building to where they start. I give credit to them. Is it the way we want to be? I believe that wherever we will start today, the next administration that will come after all, they will continue and build onto it. Today, this administration, for the first time in the history of the union, I mean, this thing, you may not touch it, you may not feed it, but trust me, if you work a few years from now, you know the importance. When we talk about report, financial report, we talk about transition when I was set up, we talk about reports. It was nowhere. But this administration, when we talk about, we set up a policy in place whereby the board, the executive, the chapter president, the standing committee will now use their personal email account. And no, it may not be important, you may not see it because it's not a project, it's not a skyscraper that you can touch, but trust me, down the road, you will say, indeed. What happens is that when we leave, the next administration will take over after all these communication, all these reports, everything will be there. They will come and see everything and see all the paper trail. It will not be my personal email where when I leave, everything I've done, I carry with me. No. When we talk over, we digitize the whole payment system. Today, Grand Jury money goes straight into Grand Jury account, not Madam Edie Port account, not Asset Innovations account. Today, before today, Grand Jury Association in America it has a seat at the table. This is very huge. The Grand Jury University in Liberia, University College, today, Grand Jury is on the board of trustees standing committees. What does it mean? It means that whenever we are taking projects back when I have to do with education, we have a voice in it. We have a seat at the table. But this president, Madam Edie Port, who does not sleep every day and night, our annual budget gives us to spend money for travel and things like that. When we talk about this president, she said to my executive, it starts with me. We are not going to use whatever money that being approved for travel, for expenses, for anything. We're going to put her in our own pocket. She set the example, and we all follow. Whether we don't have it or not, we have to switch ourselves and pay our own weight. Every dollar this president spent, it's not for GGA cover, it's from our own pocket. And we that follow, we are forced to follow that same suit. So, my Grand Juryans, the message is clear. The difference is simple. Yesterday, I listened to Mr. Otago Gemo. He made a post that for this 2025 elections, I think every presidential candidate to declare their assets of $300. I laugh. In a minute, just
$300?
$300,000 that every presidential candidate should declare $300,000 in order to run to be president for this organization. It just tells you his leadership style. It just tells you how he does things. It just tells you that this man is not fit to lead this union. Where was he when the election commissioner set the rules and regulations? It means that he does not even obey the very constitution of this union that you want to lead. You want to change the game in the middle of the game. Come on. He boasts. He go around. The other time, he wrote Mr. Joseph Boakai, the President Joseph Boakai, sorry for that correction, that he wants to be a city mayor of Monrovia. You pay $100,000 for the city mayor. No, Mr. Gilmore, the government of Liberia does not sell positions. We do not sell positions. Is this why you want to bring the Grand Leader Association to sell positions? No, we don't do that. You earn it. You work for it. You apply. Like my brother Eric Boto, he applied to be the president for the University of Liberia. He applied. He went for interview along with other qualified candidates. He did not pay money for it. And he was accepted by the president. And today, he's the president for the University of Grand Union County in Israel. You earn it. You set example. You don't go, I'm happy that he's a businessman, he's successful. I'm happy for him. But you don't go ahead and buy a position. You don't do that. And you don't come out in the middle of an election and say, oh, every candidate go and declare assets. You may have money. We do not have money. But that doesn't mean that because we don't have money, our voice need to be heard. Grand leader positions are not for sale. The few days, we had a meeting with the board to turn down the record. To turn down the record. And you know, Mr. Dover, you see how the child is. The next day, what happened? His own brother, Mr. Michael Gilmore, a certain board member. Look, a certain board member on a national level went in the chat room insulting the office of the national president. It's not about my people, put it aside, but the office of the national president, the office, you don't show respect. But again, that is the difference between Tim Port and the other side. Again, my fellow Grangians, this administration, this team, we do not want to go back. We want to move this union forward. This administration, and this park that we are talking about, the former president, Sir Jane Yabote, we said that when we take over in 2023, when we ran, we said that we're going to evaluate, review past projects, unfinished projects, and finish them if it need. And that's exactly what we are doing. For question, people may ask, what is our own project? We have our own project. What we decide, you know what? It is Grand GDM money. Those projects that were started by previous administration, it is your money. It is not those president money. Why should we abandon it and go and concentrate on our own project? Then today, in less than 2 years, we didn't finish it, the next administration and go and balance it. What message are we sending out there? No. You spend your money. Well, if it is not finished, we want to finish it. After we review it and we realize that this project meant the next, we'll finish it. And that's exactly what we are doing. We have other projects. Of course, on our platform, it's out there. We have other projects, but we don't want to get into our projects and allow Grand Leader money to go into vain. That's wasteful spending. We don't want to do that. This administration, today, just yesterday, I listened to my other brother, Mr. J.J. Denner, who I have high respect for, former president of Boston District. When the issue about that 44 container came up in the national general meeting, he said, and I quote, why now? In other words, why are we doing it now? Well, Mr. Dennis, I got a message for you. Even today, if we have the opportunity to send any supplies or medical supplies or anything to our people back home in Grand Judah, we will do it. This is not about election. This is about helping our people back home. If somebody gives us an opportunity to send medical supplies, school supplies that will benefit our children back home, please, Mr. Dennis, let's do away with politics. We will not stay here forever. We will leave. But those things tonight, they're going to benefit our people. I heard Mr. Michael Gibbon saying, making reference to that same further, we'll continue that. Oh, it's the same old same with Brother and Brother Foundation. Well, Mr. Gilmore, this administration, where the president, Manuel Idepo, served, and I'm part of this administration, we will make sure that whatever resources that we supply, that we send to Liberia, it will reach in the rightful people's hands. It will benefit our people. So again, I don't want to waste much of our time. But to next, this administration,
You already did, Mr. President.
We have done so much. I'm passionate about this, Mr. Double. I'm passionate about this. Because I've been around this community so much. I've served pretty much lots of organizations, and I know exactly. And that is the reason why I'm with this president, Manuel Idepo, because she loves this organization. She has the passion. She just, trust me, I work with her. I know who she is. She loves this organization. This is dear to me. It's special to me. And if I see that passion in somebody, I give you my all my support. Go on. This woman, she does not sleep every day and night. So again, to my fellow Nigerians, the message is clear. Do you want to go back where people will come and make decisions overnight without anything? Where somebody with a chapter will go and just replace the board member without going through the process? Or you want to move forward with this administration? Do you want to go back to those days where the organization funds is everywhere? Or you want to move forward with this? The message is clear. Vote Tempo. Vote Tempo. Come in Kentucky. May. We'll be there. And this thing, we are not going back. Thank you very much, Mr. Double.
Thank you very much, Mr. Vice President. Let's go now to the president. The way you now use almost 10 minutes, President. The man use all your minutes.
He did good. And then he had thank you, thanks, Madam Stewart and our able VP. I would like to extend special thanks to you, Mr. Dover, to you again, to your wife, the entire family for making you to do what you do. I would like to say thanks for everyone here tonight, to everyone listening to us, for taking the time. As you can see, I'm getting ready. I'm already supposed to be to work at this time, but I'm still here discussing Grand Judah activities. I should have been asleep at the beginning of this podcast, but I had to be up. So it's not an easy thing. We make so many sacrifices. And when you make sacrifice, you want to see positive results. And that's why some of us, we are doing things like, working, going all over the place, and people just think that, hey, I see you're running around here, you're living in the basement. So if I'm living in the basement, it's a bad thing to do. Don't you think Grangians people should organize themselves? If it is a bad thing to get me out of the basement, knowing very well I'm all over the place, advocating, helping people, doing all these things, and you know for a fact it's something wrong, why don't you help me? That's what the community is all about. Helping your sister in need, helping your brothers in need. Oh, okay. I'm going to be your leader, but I'm going to pinch you down. Even though I want to preach to the people to say, you know what, I'm going to be the best leader ever. Remove the team that is working. I'm going to do well. But hey, this person sleeps in the basement. What does that have to do with your leadership? What is it? I think it would be great to say, you know what? I'm on board with Edie.
The 44 container that just went to Liberia that the administration sent, I'm part of it. If your penny is not there, you haven't visited any area, you never went to event, not a penny. Even the last program we just had, we look at the list, no donation. So it's not just talking blank talk, it's actually talking the talk and walking the walk. That's what we are looking for. Tell me what you have done. What is your experience? What do you have to show? Okay? Because the team that you're going against, and if anything happens in the Grand Gideons, the Grand Gideons decided to give the opposite side the victory, it would be a win situation for every one of us. You tell me. You're going to tell me, Edie, stop flying all over the place. Not only you pay the money to buy a plane ticket, but you got to put your life at risk, leave your family, go in the air, don't know what happened. Every time as you go to places, people still like, oh, you need to come to the other one. You need to go to this place. And people are going to say, you know what? You don't have to do that. We're going to put another team in place to be able to help you out. How is it affecting my life? So the question is it affecting me or it's going to improve my personal life? And what I'm struggling with is, in as much I want my personal life to be improved, I think the people matters most because there is no I in a team. We have Team Jide, Mama Jide. We want the very best for our county. And someone has to make the sacrifice. A group of people have to be able to work together and do things. Grand Gideons, don't be fooled. Don't be let down by people just coming to talk. The job that you do, the first thing, they do not ask for a degree when you go to work. The first thing they ask you, they give you all those different things and they say, no, these are things that are expected. Submit your resume. And when you submit your resume nowadays, they look at it, they call you for interview. Through the interview, they say, oh, what do you have to offer? What do you have? And they start to ask you for your experience or experiences in, regarding what you want. Then when they decide to hire, they say, oh, okay, bring your ID, bring all these things because they are convinced. What does Mr. Gilmer has to show to the Grand Gideons? The thing he has to show is to be able to be very boastful. I know John McCain. Can you imagine taking an AI picture with John McCain and say, oh, this is John McCain? Even when you're holding wheelchair with John McCain, what does that have to do with GGAA? Do you know how many people with me? Even to load the container, the man that were helping the man who has that not-for-profit, billionaire. Do I take a picture with him and say, oh, this is it? What does that have to do with Grand Gideon Association in the Americas? What is my own personal life if I cannot impact life? Well, then what it is good about me boasting about it? I defy, you know what? I want $300,000 for every member to declare that I said, and I want them to show $300,000. Okay? So if you have $300,000, I think then your story would be more than Edith Port. When you can go to Kunama District and look at little Joyce mine, that is there today, that her life now, you can go to Seattle and see that little girl. She's alive today because of Blessed Children Foundation. It didn't take $300,000. Okay? You can now go to Liberia and look for Mark. And Mark will say, oh, a whole 4 pounds of tumor was removed from my face. It did not take $300,000. It took passion. You can go to Canada and see 2 children from Grand Gideon that will say, look, we got a mother called Edith Power. It didn't take $300,000. It took passion. You got to make sacrifices. I remember one of my sons when he was about to travel, it was not planned. I just got a call. I needed to get his ticket from Liberia. Imagine It does not have to take $300,000 to help people, children. These children I'm talking about, I don't know the parents, but I am the other mother. Okay? That's what you call I have $300,000 to boast because I'm changing lives. Life is not about bragging. This situation is way beyond. Let your action speak for itself. Let people see what you have to show. I'm proud to be in the basement, but I can tell you how many things I have done, even in the community we live in America. Then you step outside, you go to Liberia. Okay? For a basement lady, though. Why? You know, sometimes the things that people find to be so important, and one of the things I love about the whole thing is my brother Michael, for example, he said, you left a mansion. And after you left the mansion, your life has not moved forward. You're still in the same cycle. I said, glory be to God. At least you knew I had a mansion. At least you knew I had those things. But what happened is, I just want my people to know, for those who don't understand, at least it is good to have a mansion, but then you say, you know what? These are all vanity. If I had that mansion today, plus versus helping people and making people's lives different, I would choose to impact lives. At first, oh my goodness, my car, it gotta be on top of the kind of car I drive, the horse I have, the bed I have, all those, but those things don't mean much to me. Okay? Transforming people's lives in need. Because two things I will be remembered by, the good I did and the bad on this earth. I can never sleep well when somebody really, really need me. Okay? And this is why people will not understand. Because while you think you're coming after Edie, Edie is jammed by the grace of God. This is why everything you see double, right? This truck that was sent to Liberia, the container that we just loaded to be sent to Liberia. A few days ago, I got a call. Never were on our list. Ben Peking. 5 acres of land. On the phone, we got it. The convention, time to have the convention, they fought. All the people that are going against me, they didn't go to the program. That's how much you love that's how much you love Gita, and that's how much you love the county. That's how much you want to see improvement. Unlike Edie Poor will lose election, but work with the leader. Unlike Edie Poor will lose election, give $1,000 on the spot. Edie Poor will say, look, it is not about me. I did not get in the race because I want to be a leader. I got in the race to make sure I impact lives. So regardless of who wins, I will support. And that's why when I lost the election, I was all over the place. You see, Prince Double Show, Prince accused me several times. Why are you supporting President? You will say, oh, you're supposed to be opposition. I said, opposition days are gone. It's about all working together. And I did it. I'm proud of myself. Are you going to be proud of yourself from withholding things from people in need? Are you going to be proud of yourself to say, yeah, and beat yourself and say, job well done? Okay? Like, for example, why now we're sending the container to Liberia? Why now? Why now? Or why it wasn't done long time ago? Or how's about, oh, thank God we have it. We must turn our back from things that are supposed to benefit our people. Why now? And our container should not go to Liberia because it's political season. If my brother Gilmore wins tomorrow, will I turn my back? Gilmore cannot do it by himself. I can tell you. He will need every one of us. I know he may not. I know if Grenadians really, really mean well and they look at our records, I would like to borrow the line of VK. VK said, take the 2 people heads up and just put that progress report and compare the teams. 99.9% you will choose team put without looking at the people. Just look at who did what. 99%. So I borrow that line and I go with AVK. There is no way, if you really care about GGAA, you will say, I will choose a man that has a chapter with only 6 members, and now the chapter already, you saw in the chat room today, they said they're dissolving that chapter to start all over because the man is inept. He cannot run the chapter. They want a new leader. That means a game on. 6-man chapter. They have 6 people that register. They don't know where he got the rest of the other people from. 9 people. He added those 9 people to register because it takes 15 people to register. That's dishonesty by itself to the highest level. He duped the board and sent 15 names to the board when his chapter they have only 6 people. But when you want to talk about these sound things that will actually help with the electors to be able to to vote wisely, oh no, you can talk about it. Then how do we want improvement when we can be held accountable? You're leading. You want to get insurance. How many people in your chapter you get insurance? You can ask that question. Okay. Everyone has his or her area. And I must be honest. Right now, you saw me, I was in different clothes. Now I'm in nursing uniform to go to work. But I cannot go and fix a car. I can be mechanic. My area is the healthcare area. So we are not saying, why when we go and talk down at people and say people don't know both and we don't care? How much do we all know so much? But we got our area. When you want this union to be represented, there are certain criteria that you want hold your people to. Certain criteria in the Constitution. But when we talk about it, then people will say, oh, okay, why you talking now? No, we are not. The criteria must be the standard must be upheld, and people should be people must be held to that level to be able to actually be able to get to produce. If you do not hold people responsible, you put somebody there, you compromise that person, you put that person at risk. You know very well the person can do the job, but you give it to them. When the person start to feel, then you start complaining, oh, I tired, we the crime people, we ain't going nowhere. No, you put the person in place. Before I close, in closing, Mr.
Use your 30 seconds, Madam President.
In closing, what I have to say. Are you going to be the one to say, we were crying for financial stability in the union? We were crying because we didn't know what happened to our money. Now we have the person, y'all move them. Or y'all move the people, y'all move the person, we want her. We're crying for someone who will actually be so humble, bring our union together. Now things are coming together. Y'all move her, we want her. We want promises. We were looking for what it is to be done to see progress and to see development, to see unity in the community. Y'all move her, we want her. You got everything, God gave it to you. Now you say you want it. So the question to you is, what do you want? And please vote wisely. I beg you all. For those who are not on board, Team Put is the right choice right now. If somebody cannot manage a chapter with 6 people and a chapter is about to be closed, for them to say they're trying to open and establish new things, that person can never leave the union with almost like 16 chapters. They can do it. So bluffing sure you will get promises. And then at the end of the day, when you want to talk, you say something, see you to court. All right. So thank you, Mr.
Madam
Double,
President.
for everything.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We are here, and it goes out to anybody in the community. Hit us up, and we will gonna get you on here. So, Madam President, thank you very much, and I appreciate you guys coming up here. And that was the president, Tim Reg there. I got Boo Unit on the line here. He's going to speak for 2 minutes, analyzing this whole program tonight, and maybe have his own 1 or 2 things to say. So, Mr. Boo Unit, go ahead.
Oh, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're loud and clear.
Oh, okay, very good. I just want to thank Ide and her team tonight for expressing themselves and also acknowledging some of the things that they did and some of the things they hope to do. I extend my gratitude basically, technically, and Ide and her team, basically the able Vice President, Mr. Nyangula, who is the mastermind behind the internet and technologies stuff. I mean, in the history of Grand Jide Association, the website has been very, very, very active. And I don't know, a lot of people check that, www.ggaa.us. And, they've been putting a lot of stuff there. So I hope sometime, if you're looking around, if you have time, you can go on our website and see a lot of stuff about Grand Jide Association. Special thanks also go to Mr. Chris Kuya, even though you are not able to be present on the thing because of technological problem. And our dynamic chair lady and president of the Liao Association, Ms. Beatrice Hansford, she added a lot of credibility. She spoke. Yeah, Chaplain, yeah. Education, one of the things I want to acknowledge our people is that admonishing them, we shouldn't show up or boast about credentials or what we achieved. I mean, it's whatever you achieve, what education you have is for yourself. It's not for any other person. Because each will work hard, work in different places. And, America is now a home. You come here, you do what you can do to be able to help your family put a roof over your head. Our people work hard. And they do a lot of things for themselves, including putting roof over their children and, sending them to school. I also want to thank the outgoing treasurer, Mr. Remio, for providing an honest breakdown of the funds collected from the last election convention. I appreciate the effort in raising, $50,000, almost $50,000 for the organization coffers. I think the organization did well. They did a good job. They aim to unite. This organization basically aim to unite us and not me and anyone, especially women. If you have any issue with someone, please address the issue without personal attacks. Mm-hmm. I urge the administration to continue documenting all the activities. Anything that is not documented is considered not to have happened in the eyes of the law. In conclusion, I'm confident that with the continued dedication and hard work of everyone involved, we'll achieve the goals of a community organization and make a positive impact. Let us continue to work together in unity and respect, ensuring that our organization remains strong and effective. Thank you very much, man.
Mr. Boo Unit there of the Florida tonight, just speaking to the interview or program tonight. Thank you, Mr. Boo Unit. They ask you, they want me to ask you, are you endorsing Ide Poa?
And we have a show, I think, Tuesday or Wednesday?
Who and you are on the show Tuesday and Wednesday?
Oh, but I thought you told me that we having a show on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Oh, yala tomorrow. Y'all be Wednesday then.
Okay, Wednesday. So
you'll keep it and you won't let it carry out of the.
We'll talk. I mean, we're still trying to put some stuff together. But on Wednesday, who I'm supporting.
Thank you very much, Mr. Boo Unit. Wednesday from Boo. We're gonna know if Boo gonna endorse on Wednesday. But Mr. Yala tomorrow, we're gonna know if Mr. Yala gonna endorse tomorrow. Mr. Yala said he's gonna come over here and we're gonna talk it's gonna be a tough talking one from Alexander Yala. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching tonight. Those of you who been on here all night with us tonight. But let me give you this song here. They begin training here. It says Ayan tete da tete, B tete da tete, Simon tete da tete, Sobet tete da tete da tete, Tume da tume.
Another vibe. Happiness free, I can't play with my peace of mind. You won't go, you go. You won't stay, you stay. But for me, I stay my ground. I am tete la tete. So tete la tete. Small tete la tete. Bi tete la tete. Bi tumba la tumba. Sumo tumba la tumba. Bi genge la genge. Sumo genge la genge. Don't let nobody worry you. When they say I take this smart and they say get it, wanna worry you. When they say I take the beat, let them know you got somebody worry you.
Oh, that was it right there from I think he's from the Southeast. and the song is all on YouTube, hitting all over the place. The boy got song, he got voice, so he put his voice into his song. But before we go, let me hit Edith song here, and that's a song for Edith Poir, Edith Tainon Poir, and they give the name.
Edith Poir away. Kainu. Seba. Asa. Wow, I'm
There are Edith Poir right there. Tim Poir. That's the song right there. And the good thing is it's the voice of Alan Brown.
I'm watching the Luadi. Pull up on the battle, and that's what you was saying. You do the aqua, there's your face. I see you. Let us have your savvy and conquer about you. I will go out, I will see you. That's the problem. You know, that's what I will go out. Everybody, you we are. And oh, yeah, wow, one belly fool. I did the book, I will go out. I say, yeah, well, one now, one little fool. I will go out. I say, yeah, well, one will go, and a little fool. I will go out. I will just you. Go out, oh, the giving your door, and oh, your door, I and go either way you live. I will go out, I may chase you. Oh, Pastor Jefferson Solo, sign your swallow. Let's hear you are not ready now, you know. Wow. I'm waiting for the but I bet one night I want them. Let's say that's what they want. I'm
bringing Mr.
Jojo ni apale ese okwesa ose yole. Ejo sabi eko kabage yole. Awo na abina jo iko. Ba o beje si e aje eje gbe ipe o. Ayo. Elina muni o. Abado ri o. Le o muni wa ko. Le awo ko wa o. Ọba sílí o, wọ́n wúlé o, ẹ̀wọ̀n ojúde jẹ́ ẹ̀wọ̀n ojúde jẹ́ òde, àwòkù àwò, àlínú ẹ̀, ṣe yó. Ẹsẹ̀ máyọ̀, kò lè tó dédé o, ẹsẹ̀ máyọ̀, àjẹ́ àbò ìyẹ́wò yóò lé. Àwòkù àwò, àtòkè ìdílé, nígbà lóde ìdí àgbẹ̀, nígbà ìdí ìgbè. Ajá àdóni ajá àbáni ajá àfọ̀jú ẹyẹ. Ìlànà fẹ̀yọ̀, padà òde. Ìlànà fẹ̀yọ̀, padà òde. Wọ́n wọlé kó, ẹ̀kọ́ àdínó fi kú lé. Àwòkù àwò, àbíkí lé. Kẹ́rù. Yẹ́nẹ́ sì yó, ajá mọ́. Ìrẹ́bù o, ẹsẹ̀ báyìí o. Àwòkù àwò, àmì ìṣesí yó. Yẹ́nẹ́ gé yó, ajá àmì ìṣesí bẹ́bẹ́ o lé. Òwà ó bọ́ kẹ́. Kẹ́rù. Àpọ̀sẹ̀.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's Madam Edith Boy music right there. And ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful rest of the week. Be good and be warm and be safe. I got to turn my heat up a little bit. The basement is getting a little bit cold here. And so the heat got to go up a little bit to maybe 72, 72, 73. 62 down. I sleep on that. I don't put on 72. Right now on 70. So I have to put it up a little bit and put it on 72. DJ Chris, I don't know how kind of internet DJ Chris using over there in Iowa, Des Moines, but DJ Chris, you need the fiber. You got to get the thing passing. The thing pie in the air, the burn, and people want to think the air, your internet can be shaky. Even like Cote d'Ivoire and get fiber. You're in Philadelphia, your internet people in PA and that play there is terrible. It's terrible. Very, 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 very terrible. But man, what's the guy name? I'm gonna put on 70. You want me to die? I'm gonna put my heel on 83, 86. I will not even breathe. So block out of my freaking nose. What kind of guy? So I'm from Minneapolis. I can put my thing on 70. Then I done it, and the only people that can be whining and crying. So, but I can at least 72. Yeah. The time when in Minnesota, that time when Minnesota said we never went to 75. No, come on, man. So that's it, man, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to come on the show, just call me up here. Eric Joey, I need to bring Eric Joey. I won't put Eric Joey in trouble. What kind of man say? Go away, people then. And here, I will give more related memory dog. You talk you want to marry anyway. Oh, my comfort valley. Thank you very much. Victoria Zia. Thank you, Eric Joey. Muna Bala. Conflict Dinya is still putting Grand Jira first and all that stuff into the middle of the thing. And we are here. We want to keep the torch burning. Our union is safe in the hands of Team Po. That's from Conflict Dinya. And y'all know Debbie Conflict Dinya or Bedimlon, she don't waste time. She all over the neighborhood. Conflict wanted to carry the battle Minnesota. The one that brought eat it poor. Politics are interested now. Conflict there is just support eat it. You see that? Politics are interested. Politics are interested. My man say you traditional man, you Joey. That what they say more does Gilmore. And put it in your family chat room and say Gilmore all the deal with people must that deal with people say what kind of people that now deal with people. Hey man, go away. So gonna dinner your guy with your woman, Papi, now you down there, your guy. So gonna then have a good night. That's Willow. Have a very nice, that was a very nice discussion. Nice, nice music as well. That's from there. Then Eric Joey said, I'm a traditional man. I know that. Eric Joey, you're a traditional man. So call me after the show. I want to confirm what we spoke about concerning LRB. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. I have to call I don't call you tonight. I'll call you in the morning, Mr. Gilmore and Weeks. My traditional children. Yes, that's what I wanted you to do. Okay. Koi. You're koi. You're more koi. So got koi. The manager I can put on cranny. I have been in a lane grand. I will live in Jaratan and grand. Let me see right here from here. It's up at 3 a.m. to watch from the Netherlands. That's my man Srua Bawe's sister over there. Srua Bawe, Pishan Bawe, Pishan Bawe, and Srua Bawe, all the Bawes and Thomas Bawe, my man Papi Bawe, all that. Yet she watching 3 from Netherlands tonight. Voting poll for better GGA. That's from the Tina all the way from I think Tina is in North or South Dakota, right there. Is in one of the Dakotas. And then Confess, congratulations, Sis Eden. I love you. Our Munya, wherever, Angola, or wherever. Thanks you for the time, distinguished colleagues on this. Oh yeah, this woman can be speaking big Queen Papa Quiwuli. J'ai appris là, c'est Quiwuli. It's been proved like you think making fun, yeah, the business woman. But I mean, the suing part conflict when we were suing those days when we got it, like conflict not get plenty lawsuit upon lawsuit. They not sue pre-double, they not sue me. You know what they put threatening me, suing me, they ain't sue me. They go say, oh, get pretty cool, and then we go get pretty cool, and we go move the case and all that thing. So yeah, deep print. Threatening Bolaru, go to court. Go to court. Watch out for the letter in the mail. I can be scared too, but I can be acting tough. Watch out. I can see the letter. I say, get me the boom, miss me. Bolaru. Yeah, we are Bolos. I will call you, Crispy Romeo. I will call you, Mr. Romeo. And what you tell woman benefit from again to there, yeah. That woman benefit going to call for the people say Mr. Gilmer is accused. I mean, he said these are allegations. They're not proving, but they say he got extra marital affairs. That mean extra. Then he got another Jew. That what I mean. He got a woman, he got another Jew. The man where he put up begin with Kotia. Uda you get Jew kiyamu. Today when they say our Papa didn't get Jew, the Papa didn't not Didi. Knocking the doodoo then passing around and they get pen Jew then. Then you can't put a cover Jew in it. Big Jew. And you're paying when they say they get Jew then. Even Frank, we when they say they get Temakoni, they say they get Jew then. And they say they get Jew then. It is the same guy who carried Ere Yarani 2016. He published Ere Yarani on Facebook and posted Ere Yarani a woman and he married the sister. Where Ere Yarani would need a sister. Ere Yarani couldn't care you to call that time and begin. But Ere will talk it tomorrow. Those are Ere popular official that's a community leader and so one thing will talk about it that time. Ere did not care you to court. Don't zadie koti there begin. Then no more sisa no more. Are you getting sisa in your head? But you poor people picture 2016. I put in the bottom. I move it. But call me, I was sleeping. I got it from sleep. But man, you gotta put the baby picture on the Facebook. The baby, the little baby, the innocent little baby, the baby man, baby now because 2016 now almost 10 years. The baby almost 10 years now. Put the baby on the picture on the Facebook. Otavio Gilmore. You put a story up. Ere Yara, wife gave birth. He put a baby there. He put Ere Yara picture there. Then he said, Ere Yara gave one of their sister, the Chinese sister. Where would Ere Yara do? What is the fate now of their Chinese sister? Ere Yara did not sue you. Ere Yara did not go to your lawyer to threaten you. they say McAfee say you having extra Jewish on the side, you run to the court. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. He ran to the court to get the lawyer to tell McAfee to desist, cease and desist, or you will be sent forward to Afghanistan to face the trial Jewish. And the judges in Afghanistan, they work in Afghanistan, the judges, and they get AK. Well, they give you the verdict, they get an AK, the judge gave verdict, you like it, you open fire, judge go behind the judge, open fire on you too. The juror, they get an AK. Can't McAfee to Afghanistan. I beg you. I go tell that poor Munatin. What dig those story then all? Why you poor people picture and the children picture too? Let me tell you now. That my picking, but that my picking won't be president is Mr. Gilmore, but that other one he told you wrong. I get back again thing wrong. Go run to the court. When we president when he say, my man, why our money can't get financial review? I go into the court. That your Mexican lawyer will have issue because you rap people, or G-move, your nails will move from there. Big yeah. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, you have a wonderful night tonight. I've been going to bed and go to sleep. My man Jerry Sapi is here tonight. William Solo is also here. My sister Teresa, she's I'm a call. Ovido Yonis, I'm a call her. And all these people want me to call them. But yeah, I owe mine here. Mr. Iriokon is here tonight. But I'm Diamond Breeze. The woman, the diamond. Every phone that woman when she had diamond on the soles of her shoes. Yes. Who know that song? A diamond on the soles of my shoe. Oh, PhD. Who's speaking crying on the PhD? Speaking crying on the people PhD platform. So, I mean, ladies and gentlemen, watch out for Alexander Yala. I'm going now to put the flyer up tonight. Alexander Yala. 1-on-1 with Alexander. I think his middle name is N. Alexander N. Yala. Is it Nuani too? Because people are telling me his middle name is Nuani, but Yala will tell you tomorrow what is the middle name for. So, ladies and gentlemen, you'll have a good time. Have a good night, yeah? Wallow say I'm gonna have a good night. So everybody, God bless you. EJ, you are blessed too, and have a good night too. Thanks. Tomorrow we're gonna be at the same time 8. I can always say 8 to 9:30. 1 hour 30. Look at how many hours I spend. 3 hours with the poor. I get a platform of Isaac, you know what? He just don't want to give out. This man is running his campaign, literally running the campaign here. Look. We are here for all the teams. It's my own sister, Josephine Sru. Come out here with your team and come on the show here and tell the people of Grand Jira why they should vote you into office. You hello.